Reasonable Doubt family, we are back. We are back tonight. We're discussing episode 4 of Reasonable Doubt. And I have my round table here with me. I have my panel here with me. And also, we do have a special guest, the one and only Tristan Cunningham, aka Tony from Reasonable Doubt. Let's welcome her on in, y'all.
Hey, thank you. Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Thank you for the kind welcome. Sometimes when I go on shows, people are not as kind to Tony, so thank you.
Oh, wow.
All right.
We wouldn't play you like that.
Well, thank you, sis.
Yeah, we wouldn't do you like that at all. But we'll get things started. Quick question for you, Tristan. I got to know this right here. How did you get started into this acting business? And also, was it like working with Ramla Muhammad, aka the showrunner of Reasonable Doubt?
Yes, I love those questions. And just so y'all know, this is my daughter, Jalina. I really was pregnant when Tony was pregnant on the show, but we'll get to that later. I got into acting. I actually had a really interesting journey into acting. I started in circus. For real. I did gymnastics when I was younger. I was pretty high level gymnast, but I hated it. I didn't like the competition. It was super expensive and just not affordable for my mother. And so there was a youth circus on the East Coast that they would pull kids early from school. You train in the summer and tour around. So I did the circus and I loved it. I loved performing. Hi. But they kind of told me, they were like, you're an actor. So from there, I went to SUNY Purchase in their Theater Arts and Film Conservatory. Here you go, dear. And then I was acting in New York for a while, doing mainly theater. And there was a pull for film and television. So I moved first to the Bay Area, where I was doing more theater. But then I would like go to LA and audition for TV and film and be like dog tired because it's a 6-hour drive. So I was like, all right, it's time to just move to LA. And it took me a minute. For the other actors, aspiring actors out there, I didn't just book Reasonable Doubt overnight. Oh no, it took time and energy and some thick skin. But I was lucky enough to book it because of the one and only, the second half of your question, Ramla Muhammad, who is, I'm biased because I'm on this show, but I think she is one of the most incredible human beings in our business, in our line of work, for so many reasons. But I will say probably the top reasons for me is that she cares about who's on set, down to even like who's serving us food. Reasonable Doubt is a primarily Black set, which you don't see a lot, which was amazing because it's a Black show. So she's got her people around. The writer's room is 100% Black folk. But beyond that, she just is somebody who cares and is a boss, and she leads with she leads in a really equitable way instead of a sort of oppressive way, which we think we need to be as a boss. She's really equitable. She cares. She knows what she's doing. She, through my whole pregnancy and dealing with Reasonable Doubt, she made sure I was supported in every way, shape, and form. And then on top of that, she's just talented. She does all the music on the show, which is one of the dopest parts of the show, in my opinion. And so she's got grace, she's got talent, she's smart, and she cares. So that's Ramla to me in a nutshell. If you get the chance to work with her, run, my friends.
Gotcha. Letitia?
You on mute? Okay. So question for you. I'm Letitia with Lighten Up Letitia. Welcome again. Thank you for coming on with us. Yes, we love you, but we love to hate Tony, of course. But one thing I will ask you about your character. Mm-hmm. So what do you hope audiences will take away from your character storyline?
Ooh, Letitia, that's a good question, because what I hope is sometimes different than what they take away. Simpson Street, which is Kerry Washington's production company, did a bunch of interviews before the show, and they released them. And my whole thing was like, maybe, this season you'll feel differently about Tony. And people came for me. They're like, girl, we don't feel different. Forget it. Stop crying. So, but I'm going to tell you, what I hope. I hope, I think Tony, and people often ask me like, are you like that? Would you ever do that to your friends? And there's always I hate to admit it, but there's always like an aspect of yourself that you bring to each role. Not saying that I would do that. I wouldn't. as Tristan Cunningham, but I need to understand why Toni would, right? And I think for her, you know, she's divorced. She's not Jax. You know, Jax is this lawyer and famous and tall, and you know, that's really not Toni, and that's not Tristan either. So I think there's an aspect of Toni where she got divorced and she was like, you know, F it, I'm gonna do me, and I don't care who I take down with me. I'm just gonna do it. And then I think, you know, I think it's safe to say here, I think there's another layer that she really is in love with Lewis. And that circles back to Jax. She wants what Jax has. She wants it bad. And so I hope that people can, you know, I'm not saying her actions are right, but I hope they can understand that pain of really wanting to be loved, you know? And I think, you know, they don't say this on the show, but in my head, I think my relationship prior was not good. It wasn't a Lewis. It wasn't a I live to love you kind of Lewis guy. Hattie's father. So so I think, you know, hopefully people can see that side of her. And then I think we can do spoiler alerts, right? Everybody watch. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, you best catch up. Pause now and catch up.
Okay, period.
I think, you know, with the child, and I tried to really think about that as I was telling this story, like, yeah, how she got pregnant was not the right way to do it, but you know, she had a baby and lost it, and that's painful. There's you know, and it happens more than we think it does to a lot of women, and it's a story we don't talk about, and we assume those women can just like pack it up and keep it moving, you know, and push through their grief. And you know, because everyone's like, why are you suing, Toni? Get it together. She's in pain. She's suing because she's in pain. She's angry, and the suing isn't going to help, and I think she gets there, but that's her outlet for pain. So my hope is that people can kind of, they're going to come for me after this interview, but that people can kind of see Toni's pain and some of the reason why she does what she does. I think deep down she's a good person, but she's in pain. Aren't we all? A little bit, you know?
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question. Thank you.
VKJ.
You're welcome.
Yes. Tristan Cunningham, how are you? VKJ TV? Thank you for being here with us. We've been waiting for you. And your last name's Cunningham. We may be in relation because I have family that's last name is Cunningham too. So we.
Oh, really?
We might be related.
What's up?
You know what's up, cuz? All right. So looking at your filmography, right? We love Toni. We love and hate her, right? On Reasonable Doubt. We love and hate her. We understand her though. We do understand her.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yes,
you might be the only one, but thank you.
Absolutely. And then you played Toni in another film, actually a film, a movie. So you played Toni in this, and right, and then you played a deputy, and you played all different roles. What role, besides the one that we know you for on Reasonable Doubt, what role outside of Reasonable Doubt was the funnest role, and are there any bloopers that you can tell us about on the set?
Ooh, that's a good one. You did your homework. Well, thank you. I'm flattered. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny. I did that film, A Kill for a Kill. It's a Tubi film, so anybody can watch it. It's free access. So I enjoy doing Tubi films. And yeah, when I got the script, I was like, oh, Toni again, spelled exactly the same. So my friends are like, you only play Tonis. And if you've seen that film, I won't ruin it for anybody, but she's wreaking havoc too. So apparently that's what I do. Bloopers, that's a good question. So when I shot on, there's a lot of bloopers on Reasonable Doubt because it's just a lovely set. You know, Romola holds space really well, and we're always chopping it up and joking on that set, which is nice because it's some heavy stuff. So it's nice to laugh a little bit. So there's like many times, you know, when Jax is like screaming at me, and then they cut, and she's like, "Girl, what's up? How you doing? What'd you do this weekend?" You know, which is always funny, because she's always, you know, clearing me every scene. But there was one time when we were doing the court scene, and I dropped my lime. This is when I was really pregnant too, and y'all, the bloopers from my pregnant shooting is probably crazy because I would just, and they'd be like, Tristan, but it was gone.
Pregnancy brain.
Yeah, that pregnancy brain. Ooh, it was vicious. The script supervisor was always like behind, like looking at me like, okay, come on. But there was one time in the court scene where there's a court scene where it's a really tough situation for Jax because she knows I slept with Lewis and she has to still interview me or cross-examine me, excuse me. So, she goes in as per usual on Tony, and I dropped my line and she was like, do you not know? And she just kept asking me the question. And then we just started going. And I was like, well, I think I can remember, but I don't know if I can. And they weren't, Anthony is the director of that one and he wasn't calling cuts. So we just kept going. And she's like, you're telling me you can't remember? I'm like, I'm telling you, I can't remember.
You really can't remember.
And Jax was like, Yahtzee was like, what just happened? I was like, I couldn't remember my line. Sorry, Jax. I'm sorry. And we were joking like they were going to use that scene, but they didn't end up using it. So that was a funny one.
Okay.
Yeah, some other bloopers, like, I don't know. That set is just funny. Every time McKinley's a clown, he's always clowning folks. So yeah, I think there's a lot of bloopers that I'm not even remembering right now.
It's all good. All good. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Miss Kira.
Hello. Hi, I'm
Hello.
Kira. My channel is Miss Kira Speaks. Glad to have you here with us. This is a Tristan question and not a Tony question.
Oh, okay.
What role would you like? What was is your dream role? Is there something that you haven't played that you still would like to play?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, a lot. And I'm fairly new to television, so I got really lucky with Reasonable Doubt because Tony was actually only supposed to be in one episode in the first season, but all that hate brought me back. So that hate, everyone's like, do you mind the hate? I do not. That hate's paying my bills. Yeah, there's a lot I want to do on television. Romola really did me a solid with this journey of Tony, and I really got to sink my teeth in and, it demanded a lot, especially, this season, just going to that place of grief as we spoke of. But I'd love to do more of that. And one thing I love about Reasonable Doubt is she shows all the colors of Black women. I think we can get really one note in Hollywood with the way Black women are. Before this, I played a lot of nurses. I played a lot of cops. And that's sort of how I was seen. And I think just now we're opening that. We come in every shape, form, and size, and so there's a lot more, I think, myself and my sisters out there can really show on TV, and we haven't been given the opportunity. So I'd love to do another show like this with a Black Writers Room, which is
Important.
It's important. Yeah. And it's not like white folk, I enjoy your writing too. I'm not saying that it's not us against them, but it's important because we haven't had a chair at the table. And now we're making our own tables, which is nice. So I love that. And I'm not often getting the chance to add in the circus with my acting. It's usually my circus side. I was like, maybe Tony juggles knives because I can juggle knives and fire. And,
We've seen your IG. We've seen your IG. Yeah.
That's a funny, actually going back to that. And then I'll go back. That's a funny blooper. I did a show with Ashoka. What is my poor brain? See, from my child, I'm still the actress Rosario Dawson. My God, I did a series with Rosario Dawson, and every time she really wanted to learn how to juggle. So every time we cut, we'd pull out my juggling equipment and be juggling, and then we go back in to the scene. So that was kind of not a blooper, but that goes back to yours of like what happens behind the set. And Rosario, I will say, I'm going to brag about you, honey. She got it. She was able to juggle by the end. So go, Rosario.
Okay.
Amongst the other amazing things that beautiful team can do. Okay, sorry. Back to that question. I love to there's this series that was only on for one season. It was called Chewing Gum, and it was like the first time that I got to not the first time, but one of the first times I got to see like a Black woman be awkward with dating and stuff like that. Like we don't get to do that stuff, and so I wanna do that stuff. I want to be a part of showing the beautiful human beings that we are.
Nice. You say you was on Ahsoka, or were you training Rosario?
No, it was a different series. It's called Normal Ain't Normal, and they did a little series during the Pandemic. But I was saying Ashoka because I was like, you all will remember her name if I say that.
Got you. Okay. Mo?
She was actually in the process of doing that. So she was coming in when we were shooting ours, like all bruised up because she was doing Star Wars at the same time.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And I just wanted to bring this comment up just so you could see it. It was a big compliment to you.
Oh, thank you. It's come alive in it. Thank you. That means a lot. We try our best to be storytellers as best we can. So that feedback, it means a lot. Sometimes you don't know. You just dive in and you hope, you know, your story moves somebody or your work can move somebody or touch somebody or, you know, my yell is your yell. So thank you for that, whomever wrote that. What's good?
Hey.
All right. Oh, you can go on with
Thank
your
you, don't
question.
mind me.
Hey, Tristan. 69 Ways here. Can you tell me your creative process when you get into the character Tony? Like, what do you have to do to get into that character if he's not a likable character for the most part, you know? Because he kind of like a home wrecker at best.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No, she is. She is for sure.
So what's the creative process to get into that character of Tony?
Yeah, it's a great
Go
question.
there as a woman.
Yeah. And it's funny because even, you know, it's a funny set. We're always chopping it up, like I said. But the first day before I really knew everybody, I was in the makeup chair and Emma Yahtzee came in. She is the nicest number one in the world. This is not representative of who she is, but she's like, "Oh, Tony." I'm not sitting there. And she went, she was just joking, but I was like, uh-oh, is it going to be like this? Because some actors need to hold the space outside of the space. She's not like that. She, you know, she focuses, but she can chop it up and then, like I said, really chew me out. But I was nervous on day one. I was like, uh-oh, you know, this is going to be bad. She hates me already. Oh, Team Tony. Thank you, DeMarcus. I need that. I got about 10 people on my team. I think it's important with Tony from jump. I realized even with the sides, and they gave a fair amount of sides for the audition. Like I think it was 4 or 5, and they each were about 7 pages long because I think they really wanted to see, can, you know, in the audition, can you do the layers of this character? I had to let go of being liked. And that's hard. It's hard in general. It's hard for a lot of actors. Like, even reading the sides, I was like, oh, people aren't going to like me. Okay. You know, and they give you very little information, but I could tell from jump. I was like, I'm not going to be liked in this series. And I got to be okay with that. Because that's what serves the story. And I think that's hard, you know, and I haven't been good at it in the past. I've had to play, you know, villains in the past or people that, you know, slept with other people's boyfriends. And I would argue with the director. I was like, well, would she, you know, but she would, because that's the story, right? Like, that's what serves the story. So number one, I had to sort of let go of that. And then I think, like I said, with Tony is doing her. So before, I would always say to myself in the scenes, because like you can get in your head and try to justify your actions, and that can be problematic as an actor because sometimes we're not justified. Sometimes we're just doing stuff. So I would always say, Tony's doing her, and I would say, I'm doing me, and then sort of start the scenes, because sometimes it'd be like, oh, did you want to say hi? You want them to know you're here? They see you, baby. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, Tony, really? Like, really? But I had to let that go and just say, I'm doing me. Tony is doing her. And I think you have to go in full, even when you're playing somebody that has hurt other people or even murdered somebody. Like, obviously you're not going to murder anybody. I'm not saying that, but you have to feel as that character justified in your murder. You have to think, I know why I'm doing this and there's a good reason why. Right. So my whole thing would be like, I'm doing me. I deserve it. That last relationship was horrible. I deserve it. You know, single mom, I deserve it. So I would just kind of tell myself those things throughout the process.
Okay.
Awesome. Boy, Tristan Cunningham, we want to thank you so much, aka Tony, for coming on to join us. Can you please let the
Wait a
people
minute.
know?
One more question.
Go ahead.
Okay, even though people love to hate Tony, I need to know.
Sure.
what is like one of the wildest things that a fan said to you online or in person? I need to know, like, cause
Sure.
other actors get hate in real life, and because people think they are their character, and they not.
yeah.
So it's like,
No,
it
it's
can be
true.
wild.
It's true. And Ramla, even this is just another props to Ramla. One time on a live, because people were coming for me, she said, "Hey, I just want to say Tristan is a real person, and
Right.
she's a nice person.
Mhm.
So you know, it's great that you're into the show, but just remember."
Right.
She is a person. And I appreciated Ramla for that one. Even Emma Yahtzee was like, she's a good actor, and that's why you're angry at her. Just remember that. Because yeah, people get lost. And half of it, I'm flattered. I love that they love the show that much, that they get that lost in it. I love that they love Jax, because Emma Yahtzee deserves it. She, Emma Yahtzee throws down. She works so hard. It is hard to be a number one on a show like that, and she really does it. So I love that they love Jax that much, but I do sometimes want to remind people, I'm just reading words somebody else wrote, okay? Remember that. I didn't write that. So some of the crazy stuff. So there's a woman who, her name is Lady L, actually. She actually got to be on the show. She's an influencer on Instagram, and everybody should follow her. She does recaps.
Yeah.
And the Weekend Watch, they actually have a show together too.
Yeah.
A podcast that they do that I was on, and we went deep about Tony. Y'all should watch that too. Lady L has come up with she calls me the honeycomb harlot. But
Yeah, I
the
saw
first season, you saw that one. Yeah, she called me a khaki harlot, khaki wench. I mean, she had all the
names.
All the names. So please watch those, y'all. And they were all hilarious to me. I've got in the first season, and I started sending this to my manager, little screenshots of some of the stuff I got sent, like, I don't think we can cuss out here, but like B word, you went, you home wrecker, leave Jax alone, Tony, where you at? Let's just go for a little walk. Those are the ones where I'm like, wait a minute, this is
come outside.
But the best was,
but part of me was like, just Jax, let her have him. Let Tony have Lewis, because I was an advocate for Jax leaving last season. So goodbye. The baby comes and I'm gone.
That Miss Piper's okay.
Period.
Okay, so you're not Team Lewis.
Yeah.
You were Team Michael Ealy, weren't you?
He brought the baby. When the baby came, I was no longer Team Lewis.
So she said,
big advocate, like, Jax needs to go.
Yes. There was an interview that Emma Yahtzee, Simpson Street did it too. They were at Comedy Con or some big event like that, and they said, Emma Yahtzee, what do people ask you the most about the show? And she said, they asked me the most about Tony.
That means you're doing your job.
Thank you.
Doing
I
an amazing
appreciate
job.
it. And she said, people can't believe that I stayed with Lewis. Okay, so you all, let's turn the table for a second. Can we go around and you tell me if you think she should have stayed with Lewis or you think she should have left Lewis? I'm curious.
You talking about Jax?
Yeah.
I was honestly 50-50. It's like, he did a good job on cleanup on the back end, but initially I was like, girl, I don't know about that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I was on the 50 side, but I was like, if it was me, I would have left, because you out here raw dogging. I know we got, we doing our thing in the openness, but we have an understanding. If that's like crossing the boundary. You went outside the rules that was laid out within the relationship. So I would have probably dipped.
That's fair.
I was 100% be gone. Bye-bye. You enjoy your new family.
Clarity about that. There's no question.
Enjoy your new family. We'll
I was
co-parent our children over here. That's it.
I was 100%. They need to stay together because Jax did her dirt too. Let's not forget.
Yep. Let's
her
not
secret
forget.
on the camera. So they need to stay together.
Right, you with the camera.
She did not bring a baby home.
Exactly.
But if the roles were reversed and Jax got pregnant, I would still feel the same way. Lewis, you got to go. The situation,
look,
it doesn't matter.
Relationships have challenges. Marriages have challenges.
That's a major
challenge. Working it out. major or minor, they're working it out.
What are you talking about?
See, I'm old school with it. I say work it out, but I feel like most of the women wanted Jax with Morris Chestnut character because they both have
Corey
black
Cass.
excellence. They wanted Morris.
Not me.
They wanted Morris to be that guy.
Yeah, they did.
Corey
Corey
Cass.
Corey, and
Yeah.
I mean, they do look good together.
They look good.
I will
I was
say
gonna
that.
say that might be more about the way Morris Chestnut looks,
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. That's
Mhm.
right. Yeah, but no.
Right.
because he's easy on the eye, you know. So
Very, very easy on the eyes.
He's down with the ball gang. He's down with the ball gang. Here we are.
Milk Dud.
that's right.
That's it.
But okay, thank you for that. I had to just ask. So circling back to your question, I think the funniest one I had with Jax was one time I was pumping my gas and this woman was like, "I feel like I know you," and I knew, I knew it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know," you know.
Yeah.
I was pumping the gas like go go go, and then she went to the gas station. And she kept looking back like I feel like and I was like, "Oh, I don't know. All right, have a good day." And then she busted open the doors of the gas station. She was like, "Tony, you leave Jax alone." Okay, have a
Not
good
like
day.
that.
I'll see you later. Got my
Did you
car.
run? Did you
Right,
run?
right.
I hope
She
you
is.
ran because she sounded like she was crazy.
Hilarious.
I was a lightweight nervous. I was lightweight nervous because she mentioned you leave Jax alone. You leave her
Listen,
alone.
just break
I was
out the fire on her. Just break out the fire and just juggle around. She'll
Right.
run away.
Right. I
You
need
know
to have
that?
my equipment in the car.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got right in that car. I said, "Okay, thank you. Have a good day."
That's fine.
So that would be the topper, I think. Almost getting chased down at a gas station. That's
That's wild.
Mm.
Very.
It's never that
Oh,
serious,
gosh.
you guys. I mean, she did a good job at for her character. She sold Tony being this home wrecker, but yeah, she sold it. But
Thank you. but it's pretend.
And I'm
Right.
glad they kept you on too. I'm glad they kept you on
yeah.
because Jax needed that opposite and that friction needed to continue on. So I'm glad
Yeah.
they kept you on. I'm
And
glad
their
now we're
relationship
in.
definitely need to be tested.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Will we see you again though? Because I haven't seen you
In the promo.
since
That's-
that very emotional and intense moment
Closure,
that you
yeah.
had, the couple of moments that you had with Lewis, you know, from the imagination of thank you for that scene, by the way. I think I gave you a round of applause. It was
Thank you.
very, very,
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank
Of
you. Great,
the scene where you did wonderful.
great scene.
Thank you.
Chef's kiss.
Pete Chapman, who was the director, I really got to give props to him. He's incredible at what he does and really
Yeah.
guided me through that because it was, thank you. That means a lot.
Absolutely.
And Tony will be, I'm going to say this because on my NDA, Tony will be
Tony.
popping up.
She's around.
She's
She's
around.
around. She's never
Okay.
gone.
Okay.
That baby
Good.
slammed that door about that
That's
jersey. So
good.
she got to
No.
come back.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
also,
Oh, that
also
scene
just
too with Lewis. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, we're just saying Lewis not telling his daughter the truth. I was like, Lewis. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
See, and that's what I was gonna say was that don't think that we only gave it to Tony because
Right.
I was highly disappointed in Lewis. Like this is his fault. Okay, this is his fault.
Well,
And so he did not go without punishment because I am so disappointed in him. I'm
Okay,
like,
well, thank you. McKinley's
You're
always saying, "Oh, I'm the most hated character on this show." I said, "I'm not so sure, McKinley. I'm not so
Exactly.
sure. I think
Yeah.
I might have you beat, but he does catch it too. He does,
Yeah,
and he
he
always
does.
He
brought up
does.
the point that somebody said here. I
As
can't
he
remember
should.
who. That people come for him, but they're not as mad at Jax. But she was doing things too.
Thank you. I said that. I
That's
brought
what you,
it
yeah.
up. It was me. Jax did her dirt
They
too.
had an
But nobody's
agreement.
keeping her
I thought
accountable.
they had I thought they had agreement.
They did. They
But
did.
that's what I'm saying. Like, if you go
Battle of
outside the
Sexes.
rules, then hey,
It's time for Battle of the Sexes. Let's get into it, y'all.
I didn't mean
We gotta
to
bring you
start
back,
this, but here
Tristan. We gotta
are.
bring you back. We gotta bring you back for that one.
look, I had a flashback.
You got the good question. You got us.
We
You got
gotta
us.
get McKinley next time too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we definitely need McKinley on here so he can spill his piece as far as the men. We definitely need McKinley on
Yes,
here.
That's
yes, and they
right.
came
Yeah.
for him at Comedy Con. They were because they were like in episode 2 of this season. You know, she calls when he's over my house, and he didn't pick up the FaceTime call, and Pete
Right.
they
Right.
came for him.
Uh-huh.
They came for him. Why didn't you pick it up? And he was like, well, I was trying to deal with this situation, you know, so that I could be a better husband. They're like, yeah, but why didn't you pick up the FaceTime call? It's just a FaceTime. So you gotta ask McKinley about that.
Yeah, more. I saw there was that Culture Con, and Morris Chestnut
CultureCon,
asked him
that's it.
that question.
What am I saying?
It's all good. Yeah, Morris Chestnut
Yeah,
asked
I
him
know
that
what you
question,
meant.
and McKinley couldn't really navigate it the way he really wanted. That pressure.
They'll get you.
He tried to put it on Morris. He tried to put it on Corey Cash. He was like, well, where were you? And Morris was like, answer the question. Why didn't you pick up the FaceTime?
Well, that is a question. Why did Corey Cash stay over? He could have went to a hotel. We talked about that too. Trust me. And
Yeah.
Jack was being messy by having him stay over. So let's come on.
And put her head on his shoulder. I was like, uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Come
really
on,
didn't
that's
like.
super
I ain't like
messy.
her having both of them staying over with her daughter in the room.
Oh,
I didn't like that
period.
at all.
Right.
Yeah.
But
see?
also, I was on McKinley. I was on Lewis's side about not answering the phone because this was my issue with Jax. By taking him back, you have to deal with this stuff. That does not make sense for him to have to check in every hour. That's stupid. If you're going to trust him to go over there, then you just need to sit back and relax yourself. You know. So I felt like she was wrong in that one.
Didn't I say she was treating him like he was her son? Call me every hour.
Exactly.
Call me on
I'm
a
not
minute.
relaxing
You
on
know,
no night
right.
visit. I'm sorry. I'm not
Man,
relaxing
Lewis
on
was
no
a pushover.
on no spend the night. I'm not relaxing.
Lewis a pushover. He a pushover.
Yeah.
Well, if the trust is really there, then
First.
you shouldn't have to call. So I see what you're saying,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
did go through that, you know, that Jackson bring a baby home.
always running with that.
They did go through that therapy scene, and I thought those therapy scenes were amazing. The guy, who played the
Yeah.
therapist, I wish I knew
Yeah.
his name as an actor because I bring him up all the time. I should look it up. We never shot on the same days, but
Yeah,
Okay.
those scenes were amazing.
Yeah, I love the
Ooh,
therapy session.
Definitely.
definitely Snowfall spinoff. I'm there. Let them know.
Word. That would be dope.
That'd be different.
Right.
All right. Any more questions for Tristan? Anybody? Any last questions? I see y'all smiling. I see y'all brains moving. Any more questions? Mo got something. I can't tell though. She's doing a lot of giggling.
No,
No?
I just I had to get messy for a little bit with the fans and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I'm
That's
down
a
for
real
all of
thing
it.
because I be thinking about Low Down 30 Shame where Peaches approached the soap opera guy Jada Pinkett Smith character and she decked him because she thought he's the real like his character. So that's what I was
Yep.
thinking.
Yep. I had that with The Color Purple with what's his name? Danny Glover. I was angry with him. Like I couldn't, and even the actor, like
Yeah.
I knew, but I would see him and be like, oh, you did that to Celie. Like I couldn't let it go. It's hard.
Dang.
And Celie's like this at you. You know what I mean? I couldn't let it go. Right.
Yeah,
This is
Yeah.
why I appreciate you and anybody else who will come on here and do interviews with us as well, because I actually feel that way about Kiki Haynes. Like I can't get past Keisha. Keisha is just, she grinds my gears. But when I see Kiki in an interview, it's like, okay, let me humanize her again. Let me put her back in that she's not Keisha.
Right.
She's not
That's
Keisha.
not her.
But that's how, we're into it, how much we're into it, how well y'all are doing, so we appreciate it. We really
Thank
do.
you.
appreciate it.
Do y'all have that with Joseph? Like seeing him? I don't know if you watch Power, but seeing
Oh
Tommy.
yeah.
Oh yeah. We still
Yes.
Yeah, we
All
talked.
the
We
time.
mentioned
Yeah, we
it.
talk
We
about
mentioned
him
it
all
one
the time.
time.
We call
Okay.
him-
Is it hard to watch him on Reasonable Doubt because it's so different?
It's different. He's speaking differently. It's not Tommy, so it's a kind of a hard
Except for when he
transition,
in
but
the
not
car
really. He's doing
stalking
pretty.
his wife.
He's doing
Except
pretty
for-
well. He's doing pretty well in my eyes. He's an actor, so he's playing
Right.
a totally different guy. So
Yeah.
to play this, lawyer guy that's really kind of stiff. That's
That's
different.
new.
Yeah, it's different.
I think it's so
but
incredible
about
to
his
watch
career.
his versatility.
he's a good actor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a really amazing person too, just like super kind. So that's always nice, when someone's talented and kind. You're like, thank you.
Yeah. And you are too.
Yeah.
You are too.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
That's
Like
sweet.
you're a real person. I like actors who are just real people. Like they're not
Yeah.
putting on airs. Like
Mhm.
you're just super official and authentic. That's what I like. And plus, you know, you my cousin, so you gotta be
We're
with me.
family, so
You know,
that's how it goes.
it's
Y'all
official.
crazy.
Well, thank you. It's nice to be on here. You all are really, you ask good questions and you did your homework and you are praising me. So it was really nice to be here. So thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you for coming through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Now, Tristan, can you tell the people
Yeah,
where
thank
they
you.
can find you at as far as your social media handles, and what is your next project that you have down the pipeline?
Yeah. So I'm on Instagram. That's about it.
Okay.
And it's the whole government. It's Tristan Avelina Cunningham, and I'm pretty much on there. I try to, anybody that writes about the show, I try to respond. Sometimes it gets a little bit too much, but I try to be a person that's like, thank you for watching. Our show really, our social media on Reasonable Doubt is amazing, and it's really interactive. And so just, y'all know, like your comments, they repost them, they listen to it. It's a show for you and about you, and they really take that in. So you're approachable. A lot of the actors are on there too. Shannon Kane, who plays Chanel, you know, she'll respond. A lot of them are on there. So reach out, talk to us. So Instagram, and then what do I have coming out soon that I can talk about? There's a film that I did recently that's going to release. Oh, and the baby. Yes, you Jalina, they're thanking you, honey. You want to say goodbye? You're busy throwing my papers everywhere. You busy? Okay, I'll tell him you say goodbye. There's a film coming out that I did recently called The Persian Rug, and it's really cool film. It's about a woman from Iran who is playing in a film about the history of oppression in Iran, but it's actively happening to her in our day and age in a different way, but showing the parallel of those two things happening like at the same time. And my character is I play the director's assistant, and I won't say too much, but you know, it's not a good situation, and I get to, different than Tony, I get to sort of be her ally. So it'll be cool for y'all to see too that I'm not just a bad person. I don't just play who are all over the place. This character is pretty grounded and is really there for another woman when she needs it. So it's called The Persian Rug, and it should be coming out soon.
Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
Look out for
Can you say goodbye? Can you get up here and say bye to the people?
Bye.
Bye.
So sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you all
Tristan.
for having me. I
Thank
really appreciate it. I'll
Thank
come
you
back
so
anytime.
much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
I'll be
right.
watching when
Bye,
McKinley's on
baby.
because I want to hear his answers.
We gotta
Okay.
get McKinley on. He got a lot to answer. We gotta get him on.
Yes, you do.
Mhm.
Yes, you do.
All right. Thank you, Tristan.
Take care.
All right, y'all take care.
All right. Have a good one.
So
Y'all,
cute.
So
we do
sweet.
it. That's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Down to earth for sure.
Yeah.
I
Real.
enjoyed
Very
it.
much so. Very much so.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah,
That was great.
Yeah, that was Tristan Cunningham, y'all. The one and only Tony. She said,
AKA Honey.
aka the honeycomb bandit.
Oh, now you want to say it. You wait till she
okay.
leave. Now you want to say it.
No, Chanel gave her that name. Chanel brought it up. That I'm like, oh yeah, that is like her nickname, I guess, behind her back.
Right, yeah. Man, great interview, y'all. Let's get
Now,
right.
Jay, don't try it.
Don't try it, Jay. Don't try it.
Don't try it, Mo.
All right, let's get right into it, y'all. Let's get that first slide on and popping as we discuss Reasonable Doubt, episode 4. Can we talk no Tevin Campbell? All right, let's get into it. Now, we know Jax and Daniel, they're coming to get some more intel about this drug situation, right? And, you know, as they arrive to the house, the sister's like, oh, yeah, I'll get my brother. Oh, no need to get your brother. We come straight to talk to you. We know that your brother's about to go to trial soon. We need to know all the intel about the drugs. And she was like, well, I didn't supply any drugs the night that Wendy died, but I did give him some before that right there. And there's a funny situation with Daniel. He wants her to come tell the truth. He says, thank you, ma'am. And I appreciate all you done, ma'am, and all those things right there. But we need her to tell the truth. Do y'all feel, Jay, that she's telling the truth? And she also mentioned a man by the name of Byron, who was a potential supplier, basically. Do y'all feel that she's telling the truth? I'm starting off with Jay.
I'm glad you called me first, sir. And thank you for setting this up. I'm going to make an early prediction. And this is off the cuff. This is probably something, maybe you thought about it, maybe you didn't, maybe you guys did. I want to say that Kristen is playing very innocent. And to me, that means that she's probably the one that took out Wendy. Because she is totally throwing everybody, oh, Byron, she didn't mention Alex, but because we know Alex is the one that's really supplying, right? We got that phone call, right, from Ozzy and Alex, right? He's the one that knows, he's the one that's supplying, but now Byron is in the picture. Now she's throwing it all. She's playing real innocent. And Daniel's funny. He's like, yeah, hello, citizen. Real funny.
Right.
Hello, I'm here. Yeah.
Funny and awkward.
Jax is like, yeah, you're with her, right? Yeah, I'm with her, but I'm with Ozzy, watching Ozzy. We're kind of together. You know, it was real funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like I said, I'm making a prediction now. I actually think it's Kristen that took out Wendy. And the reason why I backed it up, she's tired of being in the shadows, tired of being a babysitter. She wants to live her own life. That's why she's coming on to Daniel. And she wants to get away from all this craziness because she can't live her own life. So that's just my prediction. We'll see what happens.
But she still continued to be a babysitter. I don't know.
Oh, go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I don't trust nobody on Ozzy's side, Ozzy team. I don't trust nobody over there, including that doctor. I don't care. I don't trust nobody over there in that area. Even Ozzy himself, even though he's somewhat a victim. Well, not somewhat, is a victim. If he been through that as a child. But she definitely hiding something, and Daniel was funny. At best, yeah. I'm like, come on now. I mean, he gave her the look like, okay, I'm gonna need you to give up something, because he already know that she's the one that supplied the drugs for him when he almost overdosed. She had an Narcan, so she had to say something, so she spit out Byron. That was his original dealer. That what she said. He was his original or first dealer or something. Yeah, but I don't know. Did she ever tell? No, she didn't. She never gave the name of the dealer. Who she got it from? She never gave out Alex as a name. She just said she know a dealer. Okay, I had to think about it because it's like a lot of names.
Yeah, she never said the guy that she gets the product from. Yeah.
Okay, right.
But
she just said
saying Byron.
I thought about that too in my head. I ain't
No, which one is Byron or which one is Alex?
We didn't see. I don't think we saw Byron.
We see Byron. She said Byron was the first dealer he ever dealt with. OG
person.
Dealer.
Okay,
that could have been 10, 15 years ago. You know,
right? That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm like, yo, she's trying to throw them off. B, she, she's associated, connected with Alex. She's not trying to give up Alex. I'm telling you, man.
I don't know if she did it, but she definitely hiding something. I'm trying to figure out what it is, but something going on.
Right.
Yep, I feel the same way. She hiding something.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. All right, so we all can agree that she cannot be trusted. Moving right along. All right, now let's see how we can humanize Ozzy. Now I forgot this older woman name. I can't think of her name, but Jax and the team, they're coming together. They're trying to plan a strategy for Ozzy, right? Because right now the public already has their opinion of Ozzy, that he's a monster, right? But if we could just bring it down a little bit and just open it up, let's see if we can change the public's opinion, right? So she asked one of her, I think this was a fellow coworker, I believe. She's like, yeah, I know about Okay, gotcha. She's like, yeah, I know about Ozzy Edwards, and I didn't think he was a good guy. Then she was like, well, what about if you found out that he was abused, would that change anything? She was like, well, I would pray for him. Letitia, with them trying to humanize Ozzy, do you think it's going to work?
Yes. This is exactly why they chose her, to see how she would react. They had already tried it on a couple of other people in the office, but
Mhm.
they tried it on someone that does not look like Ozzy, that might otherwise be against Ozzy, because initially she was a little harsh. Not harsh, but she was a little bit like,
Right.
you know, like, like she wasn't about to be on his side. But when she heard more, they were
Mhm.
playing to that sympathy card. And so, yeah, and that's what they do on juries. So, I mean, they try to get the ones that will sympathize with your case so that they can get the best outcome. And I think it probably will work.
Miss Kira?
Mhm.
I'm all for them humanizing him. I just don't want them to turn around and do the same thing they did that last season where he ends up being the one that did it. But why are we not checking his phone? Like, if he was at home, wouldn't the phone just be at home the whole time? That just seems like the easiest thing. But go on and humanize him, I guess.
Mo, talk to me.
Yeah, I like how she tests out this theory, or test it out, period. And because, like Letitia said, the lady came in on some different type of energy when she brought up Ozzy Edwards' name. She was like, "Yeah, I liked him when he was a child on that kids show, Bang Bang Pow Pow Boom, we got you, whatever that thing called." And and but she said until that video surfaced, him screaming at that white lady, it was like no. She like, no, I was afraid, I was terrified. Then she brought up the drugs and the abuse, and then it just changed her, like, made her develop empathy for the young man, because the abuse led him to drugs, and which led him to become who he is, I guess. But I mean, it could work if everybody, if as long as there is no other secret, but it is. It's always like that secret that's hanging, or that last skeleton bone that's coming out the closet will throw a monkey wrench in the whole plan. Okay. And Jax will hate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jay?
And hold on real quick. DeMarcus stay calling Jax a hypocrite.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Why, DeMarcus?
Who said
because she is. So a lot of people, everybody's a hypocrite in the show. Everybody's a hypocrite. This was very clever with what Jax did. Like she is really good. Like, seriously, like she is a really, really great attorney. Mm-hmm. And to have this lady she mentally set this lady up. Be like, yeah, well, what if we found out he was abused and he was, this is what led him to this, and it was like so cleverly crafted.
Yes.
And Bill immediately got it. Like, okay, this is awesome. We can use this. We can run with this. Will the jury buy it? That's the question. Will the when we get to picking out the jury and stuff like that, will these women who will have compassion for Ozzy, will that work? That remains to be seen. But I thought this was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was great too, but only time will tell, because like I said earlier, I just feel like a lot of times when you're in these situations right here, the public already has a perception of who you are, but sometimes when you bring back a background story, things can change. Transitioning on here, speaking of the one and only Bill, let's talk about Bill. I'm going to wrap Bill up all together. Now, Bill is trying to get his lady back. The lady is very curvy, very good looking woman. You know what I'm saying? But she feels that Bill may have chose his career over her. On top of that, Bill forgot the wedding anniversary. Bill didn't get the right flowers. So now Bill's like, what can I do? How can I tear these balls down? Right? Like, why do you still have all this protection against me? I just want to see my children at the end of the day. Eventually she does let those walls come down, and at the same time she does, like I said, she does go off against Bill, saying that basically you chose a career over me. I still have to get these I think 3 kids together by myself at the end of the night. Bill does get the kids come back to the house, right? And that's when Bill pulls out these oxtails, right? That lady, she loved them oxtails. Them oxtails are pretty pricey. Anybody who eat oxtails, that's a very expensive meat. That
Yes,
ain't
sir.
that ain't a cheap meal, right? So thoughts, Miss Kira, about Bill trying to get that old thing back.
All right, so I was wrong. He is completely just him and Jax are just parallel in their careers first. Womp womp womp. But he got 0 for 2. Petunias, peonies, something
Yeah.
with a
Yeah.
P. Please, 0 for 2. But the oxtails was I was right there with the oxtails. It was right there with the oxtails. So
Hey.
I hope they can work it out, but not if they got to go through all the crap that Lewis and Jax just went through to get to where they got to get to. Because this lady is also a lawyer, so what are they doing that's so different? Well, I guess because he wants to be, big time show lawyer and all of that stuff. But
I mean, because she could have work at a smaller firm. Sometimes it's not as taxing. I don't know.
I guess.
Go ahead, Mo. What were you saying though? You said smaller firm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she could be. You have the small and the big. The bigger is like a lot of stuff going on. Small is not as taxing on you as an attorney. But when he brought the flowers, he said happy anniversary. I was like, dude, and she said that was yesterday. I said, good night. Like, what are we doing? Like, get him out of here. Like, what are we doing? Like, dude. And then he trying to butter her up because he wanted to bring the kids home early because Monday was the jury selection. I was like, well, you have to figure it out, buddy. I was with her. I'm like, because she do it every day, B.
Every day. She said I'm getting all 3 of them dressed every
And that's the problem. You putting your career first before your family. That's why you out in the doghouse, okay? Prior to getting them billable hours in. So focus on the billable hours. You need to focus on the household. But when he brought them ourselves at the end, I could appreciate it, and it made her put a smile on her face, and also make her evening easier. Because once the kids come home, you got to unwind them, and then you got to cook. So that's like a thing off her list. She don't have to cook dinner. So I can appreciate the oxtail. So
right. Now, Jay, as me and you being the other men on the panel, I did see a look in Bill's lady's eyes when she turned and looked at the door. Thank you for the oxtails. It looked like she wanted to say, "You can come by later." What are your thoughts about the situation right here?
You kind of read in my mind, bro. You kind of read in my mind because honestly, oxtails. Come on, fam, ladies, y'all know. You know it, and you at least be mad at him, be mad because he was doing too many billable hours. That's fine, but at least get a man some. You know what I'm saying? Like give him something. Like, wait to the kids, go to sleep. All right, come on by, Bill, and we can just have a little chat, a little snuggle, wuggle, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all too rough on the man. All right, the man just overworked, and he didn't spend time with his family. Come on, she mad. I get it. I understand.
She showed up
Doggone it.
That's very important.
He made his choice. He made his choice. Am I talking or am I not? Okay. He made his choice. Okay. And guess what? She made her choice. So now I'm bringing you oxtails. I'm trying. I made a mistake on the date of our anniversary. I did have an ulterior motive. See, he should have waited. He should have waited another day to be like, okay, here's the flowers. Here's the oxtails. We got to talk. I'll talk to you about something later. Okay. I'll talk to you about something later. And then she should have been like, yo, just come by later and we'll chat about it later. And
we'll chat about it later.
She'll give him a little something. But y'all so like hard up, like y'all always want to freaking crucify the guy. Like, come on, give the man a chance.
Give him the man a chance.
Give him a chance.
One day she will, Jay. Give it time because you did something short one time. Like you're supposed to do.
He ain't do something one time. He took care of the kids. He did their projects. He did their homework. He gave her extra food the other day, and then comes back with the flowers and oxtails. Come on, man.
I got
one time, Jay. He showed.
It ain't one time. That's a couple times.
I got to tag Letitia in right quick. Letitia, I could tell you your hands was folded. I know you ready. Ready. Talk to me, Letitia.
Thank you very much. First of all, shout out to our girl Brittany. She plays Ashley on the Miss Pat show.
Okay.
She plays the oldest daughter. So, but also listen. While I can appreciate Bill's gesture, he needs to go bigger. Jay, the reason why we're quote unquote hard on him, because I'm certain she didn't kick him out after the first time. She's probably told him 10,000 times about this situation. You keep putting your job before I got a job too. And she felt like, I don't know what she felt like, but it seems as though she felt like she was already a single parent. So what you need to be there for then, if you're not going to take care of the business, if you're not going to be here with your family, if you're not going to listen to what I'm saying. And that seems like what his problem is. The one thing he did get right was the oxtails, but if you coming for your anniversary, come on the right day. You already in the doghouse, so you need to do everything else right. Have the right flowers, or don't bring no flowers at all. Just bring the oxtail. That would have sufficed. You know what I'm saying? But do it on the right day and don't have an ulterior motive. At least play it off if you were gonna have an ulterior motive. Wine her and dine her first, then do your other stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know this woman, and this woman knows you. So I don't feel like she was too hard on him. She is just making a statement that you can't keep living like that. She didn't divorce the man yet. So there's always, so there's a chance. So, you know, he just needs to do better. He needs a bigger gesture, and he needs something that shows her that he listens and that he cares about her and the family, not just because he's doing it to check it off the list or to get something else done in the background.
Right.
Women like to feel wanted and loved and cared about and thought about.
Yeah, me too.
Chat. Make sure y'all put something in Letitia collection plate. She just gave us a sermon. Put something in that collection plate for our dear sister, Letitia.
Thank you very much.
Any more closing
Amen.
thoughts? Any more closing thoughts from anybody on this scene right here?
I agree with Lizzie.
First of all, I wasn't defending Bill. I was just saying she should have just gave him a little something. That's it. I didn't say the dude was all right. Okay,
gave up.
I didn't say the dude was all the way right. I said he gave her
very transactional.
Am I talking? He gave her oxtails. Give her something back. Give him a little something. I ain't saying come back fully. I ain't saying come back fully into the relationship. I'm saying get a man a little something. But I heard everything you said, Letitia, and you're right. Letitia
said she got them oxtails. She got to drop them drawers.
I'm saying a little something on the side. That's it. Just good. Hey, thank you. Bye.
That was not.
But then I know y'all want to be like, well, she's gonna open up emotionally again, and then it's gonna be the same thing over again. Just kidding or something.
Miss Curie, you have any final thoughts on this before we move on?
See, you know, something to hold her over. Just give him a little something and her a little something to hold him over. That's what we're doing, Jay. I just want to clarify, and then I'm done with it. That's
okay.
Yes.
We do want to go ahead and recognize. Hey, Lawrence, we want to recognize the super chats in here.
Okay, yes. Shout them out.
Thank you, Demarcus, for the $5 super chat.
Appreciate you, Demarcus.
My God. Somebody gonna read it?
However, women celebrate their birthday.
How are women upset about Bill being one day late about the anniversary? However, women celebrate their birthday a whole month. It's not the same, baby. It's not the same.
It's not the same,
not
baby.
The same.
No, it's not.
It's not
the same. Trying to cause problems. You try to cause trouble up here.
Yeah, you tried.
You a lawyer. You got a schedule in the calendar. You can't remember one day.
Tell your secretary to make you remember.
Tony and Sally.
You know DeMarcus always trying to cause problems, man. You already know.
we can move on for this one. This one was this might be turned to the battle sectors.
They both worse, DeMarcus, Tony and Sally.
That was his super chat from earlier. I wanted to bring him up. I didn't see it last earlier.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Oh God.
Hey, I just want to say this right here. Let this be a wise lesson to the people in the chat. Anybody else who may be watching us, don't be lying on your resumes because it can come back and haunt you. Let's get right into it. So, oh my God, C++. Okay, Lewis and his partner Sam. Yo, it's only 3 coders out here. I'm so glad we got a chance to meet. Cool. But apparently, when it comes to C++, Sam doesn't exactly know how to do that. I've been taking classes from one of my boys. And of course, I guess in the situation right here, all skin folk ain't kinfolk, right? Because we know that he has been lying about this right here. and he tries to throw Lewis underneath the bus. Lewis starts even working overtime trying to catch up from where he messed up, right? And on top of that, Sam got some type of situation in his contract with the clause, and the boss man comes in and they're talking. So Sam's like, so if Lewis is trying to get, if Lewis is trying to get rid of me, that means I got to do the extra training, right? The boss man is like, what extra training? And that's when Sam basically throws Lewis underneath the bus, kind of. And the boss man said, Lewis, you got to come correct, man. You got to be sharper whenever we get the candidates in here, right? It's a tough situation because I get it. As a fellow Black man, a fellow Black person, you're trying to look out for another person, right? Mo, is it C++ or what?
Or ABCD. Sam, I am. I do not like green as a ham. But he pissed me off. I think in my review I kind of cussed because I'm like, you always want to like help you want to help your people, but he seemed like he was good in the interview, but he did good enough just to get in, and he know already he came in wrong. It's one thing to come in wrong, and I'm trying to look out for you, especially when you tell me the truth that you don't know how to do C+ coding,
right?
And I'm trying to give you a leeway, and then when my boss come in, you want to throw me under the bus and do a reverse and run over me again. It's like, yo, I could have put my hands around his neck. I'm like, you just messing it up, like, child. I have more words, but you know, it's cuss words. So
I know. Miss Kira, thoughts on Mr. C++?
Muted.
You good? You good?
I'm gonna cuss him out, and then I'm gonna be a little bit of a devil's advocate because how I'm trying to help you be your own people. How I'm trying to help you, and then you throw me under the bus. You lied to get the job, and then you try, and I'm doing your work.
Oh,
that part.
But sir said I'm not about to get fired, so Lewis. So I don't got to do that extra free training and work you said to do off the clock. I said, it ain't right, but I don't know. If it comes down to getting fired, I might have.
He just messing up his reputation for future endeavors, like future things. It's like, I'm not gonna give you no recommendation if you decide to leave. Like, are you crazy? Like, no. Like
you already messed it up with a non-compete clause, so who knows where you're going next anyway.
That's putting a stain on your professional.
All right, Letitia, you know how I be out here in this workforce. Talk to me.
Scheming Sam the ripoff, man. I just cannot with him. First of all, okay, this is really Lewis's fault. He doesn't have his boss was right. He doesn't have the leadership skills for this job, period. You need to take some training to learn how to manage people, because even in you try to be you trying to help a brother out and you about to lose your job, you sound and look stupid. One, I wish I would be doing somebody else's work. Nah, you about to come in here and do the work. Now you can do it on the clock. I don't understand why you was telling him to do it off the clock, because to me that makes Lewis seem like he's being shady. No, you can do it on the clock, but I'm about to note this. Maybe it may not be in your file, but let me just tell you something. It's going to be documented. You would never catch me slipping, because we're going to have a full out conversation about this situation. Okay, you lied. Okay, I'm going to try to help you out. I'm going to give you until such and such time to get this together, because I wish I would be doing your job. I'm not going to do your job for you, and I'm not going to lose my job because of you either. So get this done. You know, I'm going to give you another chance. I'm going to give you a little training session, all that sort of thing, whatever. And if you can't cut it by now, we're going to have to let you go. But to be honest with you, they probably should still let him go, because that non-compete clause he's straight up lying about.
Right.
You cannot trust him.
You cannot trust. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Once he said he can't do the C+, he don't know how to do the C+ coding. And Lewis, if I was Lewis, I'd be looking like, okay, you lied about that. What else you lied about? I would have did a deeper search on that man.
Those tech jobs, you have to like show proof that you can do like some of those applications. I don't think you could just be doing coding and just be like, I can.
He said
he sweet talk his way in as another Black man.
Yeah, he said
another Black coder. Like, let me using these trigger words, you little
What was you saying, Lawrence?
Yes.
No, I know he was saying something like, "Oh, I've studied C#," but he thought C# and C++ was similar, but evidently
he didn't, Lawrence. No, he didn't.
they are two different things. Jay,
because when he came in, he said my cousin or my friend is teaching me how to do it now. So you already know they two different things. So no, don't give him that, Lawrence.
Yeah, but when he was interviewed, didn't we interview him? He said he could do it. I don't know. Sorry.
No, he just
Lewis
was so focused on the company he came from, which is a big, I guess, tech or gaming company.
I thought they
He's
talked
so
about
impressed by that.
the coding programming or something. Maybe I'm tripping.
okay, Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
Go ahead, Mo. Lewis is a victim of wanting. That's right. Lean back, just like I did with your statement. Lewis is a victim of wanting to have a friend on the job, missing his family back east. And Lewis forgot the rule of CYA in business. You see, again, most of everybody, when you connect with somebody, you get emotionally attached because you're missing something else. He was missing the connection to his family. So he thought this guy was coming in genuine, right? So Lewis was on some like, yo, you a brother, I'm a brother. Let me try to look out. Look, I've been doing this for a while. Yeah, you came from another company. Yeah, you're a young guy. You know what I'm saying? You like my little brother. Let me try to look out. Big heart, always get hurt. Right? So yes, it is his fault because he opened the door to this guy only to find out that he just another scammer from New Jersey. Shout out to Treese. Not again, Treese from Shade in the City. Shout out to them. I thought they was coming through, but it's all good. Her man is from Jersey. So when she said that when I was on the live with him, I was like, don't do Jersey like that. She's like, nah. Most of the guys from Jersey and be scared and stuff like that. But I was like, all right. But still, I didn't appreciate this guy rolling homie Lewis under the bus. Lewis is his fault because he was trying to have a big heart and help out. But it got too extreme on some like, let me do the work for you, bruh. So what he did after dude tried to play him, he should have did that from jump, kept the business, kept the emotions out of it. And just kept it moving because, he could have lost his job. All that work that he did, building up the company, working with the company, getting this big deal. Like Lewis could have lost it all. And then we would have had another big issue with Jackson. And Eddie would have had another thing to get on him with, right? So, Lewis is a victim of his own self. He did it to himself. And now he got to pay.
That makes him a chump, not a victim.
Oh.
Look,
a pushover.
So that makes everybody a chump then. That makes everybody a chump then because everybody has been taken for granted, right?
All I'm saying
everybody
is
has played themselves for opening themselves up to help somebody, not knowing on the other end somebody gonna play you. So everybody a chump.
Yeah, that doesn't make you a victim.
You found out he didn't know how to do it.
Yeah, everybody
you got chumped. You got chumped. Yep.
Yeah. You got played.
It's a chump move because like you said, you did not play the CYA game. And that is, you did not get this far in business for you to let it crumble over some fool you let come into the building just because he looked like you. That's crazy to me.
Emotions over business, and
no,
you don't do that
because you don't know that fool. Just
right.
All kinfolk ain't all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
I said that.
We saying the same thing, Letitia. We saying the same thing.
Yeah. All right, moving right along, but we can't remember this earlier. Jax even mentioned, she's like, yo, don't lose yourself trying to look out for other people. And now it seems like it's just coming down for Lewis even more. Now, before this right here, Lewis and Jax, they was getting it on, right? Y'all know how they doing on this season. They getting it on every time. But then Naima was getting ready to rock their world. Naima discovered the baby Jalen Hurts jersey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She came.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Where are the Jax pictures? What?
I didn't. I won't try to.
I knew he was looking for the areolas nakedness.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm
fellas. I'm sorry. I didn't do the slides. You know, if I did the slides, I would look out for you. I'm apologizing, fellas, because we've seen the cuffage of Jax. We've seen it all. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I wasn't trying to get banned, y'all. Anyway, as I was saying, no, I'm joking. But nah, Naima, she came through the door, slamming, right? So the parents like, who do you think you are? She pulls out the Jalen Hurts jersey. All hell breaks loose because now Spencer's back home. And now we have to tell her about the situation with that baby and her friend. She's like, well, Dad could have told me, while we was together, but he lied to me. I hate being lied to. And Spencer's like, oh, wow, he's eating a salad. Oh, it's nice to come back home now. Jay, what's going to happen to this family?
Oh, my God. Another big loss for Lewis. This was Lewis's L episode, be like super L's, like just call him Super L. L is for Lewis, but it's also for Super L, man. So rest in peace in this one because he was getting murdered. Excuse the French. But my heart dropped when she walked in, closed the door, came out with the jersey.
Woo.
I was like, oh, like I just shrunk down for Lewis. Because at that moment, it's like you can't lie or you can't omit any more information. You have to have this discussion. It was a forced situation. Where did you leave this jersey that Naima found it and she was able to pull it out like a drawer four? You know what I'm saying? Bam!
Right.
You ain't put me on no punishment. What's up with this jersey here? And you having babies with my best friend's mom? Dang, bruh. Okay.
Exhibit A.
And I've said this in my reviews. I said this in other lives. I said that it's gonna be a matter of time before one of those children discover that Jalen Hurts jersey. I hate it had to be Naima.
Well, we kind of knew it because she was like Haiti and her are best friends, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, this was gonna bound to happen.
So my boy Spencer was like, "Great to be home."
Right.
That was funny.
He just wanted some home cooking.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's like, this is that same old BS I left, and now it's right back.
Exactly. That's how
I feel sorry for Naima though. I did feel sorry for Naima because she was like, "Why y'all gotta mess everything up? Like, why we not good enough?" Like, she really, really felt hurt, and I felt sorry for her. I felt sorry for her and her feelings, her emotions, and this whole thing because you have a conversation with your dad. Your dad is your hero. You trust him with all your heart.
Yeah.
And you let me go on to think that this was a lie.
Yep.
And it wasn't. And you could have just told me, Dad, like, dang.
Yeah.
No, he couldn't told her because Jax, he had to consult it with Jax first.
Well, you know who wears the pants in the family, right?
Right, that's what I say. You got to consult it with Jax.
And speaking of wearing the pants, Letitia, can you talk to me about this here? Before you start, I just want to say this right here. Why was Lewis struggling so hard? He kept looking over here at Jax as if he was saying, yo, Jax, help me out. I'm like, Lewis, man up. Own your mistake. Letitia, you got the floor.
See what I'm saying? Chump behavior. He continued this episode. I told Monique, this episode turned Lewis every which way, but loose. Okay, they was tearing him up. I'm like, this is just a sad case. And his whooping ain't even finished. We got to get to the end. Get whooped
the
again.
Grand finale.
And so,
jeez.
But I said last week they should have been told these kids this situation.
Yeah,
you said that.
And honestly, Lewis, this consultant, I get it that he wanted to consult with his wife and everything, but when that girl was sitting down with him, he should have just been like, okay, listen, let's talk tonight. We're gonna bring the whole family together, and I need to sit down and tell you and Spencer some things, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Because she was rooting for him. I mean, she was sticking up and she lost a friend behind it, sticking up for her daddy. And now you got her out here. I felt bad for her too. Like, why you always messing stuff up? It's like these kids don't ask for your drama. They just want to be kids.
That's all.
Here y'all are messing them up.
Hear stuff in the street about their parents.
Yeah.
Right.
Out here being embarrassing as hell. I mean, just I felt for the kids. I know Spencer was like, I'm glad I'm gone.
Exactly. Miss Kira, did you share your thoughts, Miss Kira?
Oh boy. I knew it was a big mistake when she brought it up to her dad and he just was like, and didn't say nothing. I know he was waiting to talk to Jax, but I don't think they should have waited the week or two till Spencer came home. We just would have had to have two separate conversations. Instead, she's slamming doors. They was about to break that door down. And then she come out and slam that baby jersey down like the big Joker, and here we are sitting at the table. But Lewis, you know, you and Jax already know you have to address it. So why is Jax saying most of the stuff at the table? Say what you need to say. This is your situation. Say what you need to say. Lay it all out there for your kids, and then you and Jax will have to just argue about it later because you did it. Here we are.
Poor Lewis. Poor Lewis.
Well,
Poor Lewis, my eye.
Tony couldn't hide it, her pregnancy from her child.
And she was like, my friend's mom's pregnant one day, and then she wasn't. Like, what was I lying to?
And nobody said anything. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Man. All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Let's keep it rolling. I'm sorry, Naima. I'm so heartbroken for you, Naima. It's a sad situation. Okay, Ozzy. Wow. So our best card on the table currently, Jax and Ozzy, they're having this conversation. She says, "Listen, I think the best card for you would be for you to talk about your abuse." And of course, he's shocked. I get it. He's concerned. He can't believe that, you know, she wants the entire world to know about the abuse that was going on with him, right? And it's a tough conversation. Like this entire scene for me, you know, hearing Ozzy getting ready to break down, and so emotional about this right here, that he didn't necessarily want the world to know about secret, but this is the best card for him. Letitia, what do we think about this right here? Because he mentioned, who has power over me? Do you have power over me? Letitia, talk to me.
I think that she's right. I know it can be scary and unnerving to have to, you know, put all your stuff, your business out there like that, but he is facing a murder charge. So it's best. Follow what your lawyer is saying.
Mo?
Same question.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about this situation right here? About him basically getting ready to tell the world, let the world know about the abuse.
I mean, I know it's scary. It's like everybody gonna come at you with all these different. It's the media. You know how media like to run and spin things and add a little sauce on it. And it's one thing to realize that you were abused by way of the therapy session he had with Autumn last episode. And then it's another to relive it as you telling and recounter like what you went through. So, and now everybody's gonna look at you probably kind of different in a good way or the bad way. So you never know which way it's gonna go. But if this is truth, it's okay. Hey, you might help the next child after who is going through the same thing. Okay, like for real, because it's still happening, unfortunately.
Right. Even in 2025, Jay.
Yeah, I appreciate Jax, not only from a lawyer perspective, but just trying to relate to him and connect with him and just really empower him to let him know by telling your truth, you're taking your power back. This no longer needs to haunt you. You no longer need to hold it and hide it from the public. You know, like take control of it, take a hold of it. You know what I'm saying? This happened to you. It wasn't your fault. But this is the only way we're going to get out of this. We have to get the sympathy card on the table so people see that you are really the victim and you're not the guy that's doing all the stuff that people think in the public eye. So we have to go here. I know you don't want to go here. I know it's uncomfortable. You know, when and she related to him, when I took back my power, he never had power again. I appreciate her. I appreciate her in this very, very moment, because a lot of people who go through that need somebody to talk to them and help them through the trauma, help them through what has happened to them in the past. And not a lot of people have that. Not a lot of people have that access to somebody who understands and can relate and can give you a way to take your power back.
Miss Kira?
Yeah, I was glad Jax was also able to relate to him and get him to open up and be able to agree to actually go through with it. So I'm glad he did agree, and hopefully he can, get some therapy moving forward, because that's a heavy load to carry, especially when we get a little bit further on in the episode.
Right. All right. And as we get farther on in this episode, we are getting ready to go into court, right? Now, this is basically the pre-introduction, the way I like to call it, for court. We know when it comes to reasonable doubt, we basically will have an entire episode, for the most part, it's going to be dedicated literally to the court if they keep it up the way they've done it in years past, but maybe they'll change it. All right, so now we are in court, right? And the opposite attorney who Jax is going against, we noticed that he is basically, it seemed like he was singling out Black men, right? Asked him a couple of questions here and there. But at the same time, Jax had her defense, right? She was asking some of the women about, this case and some of the shows they have watched before. Miss Kira, about the situation right here when it comes to court, is it smart, you think, for the opposite lawyer to try to single out Black men? How do you think this court is going to play out? Keep in mind, this is the pre-notion, not necessarily the full episode yet.
I don't know if it was the greatest idea, especially when, like, Tommy said, like, oh, that would have worked for him. And Jax is like, nah, he's just trying to get rid of all the Black guys. So I'm like, I don't know if that was the best, course of action, but if you like it, I love it. It's going to work, somewhat in Jax's favor if that's how he continues to work. So it's always cool watching the little process they show us.
Nice. Jay?
Yeah, chestnut checkers. We already kind of established that we were going to get this sympathetic women mom way to lean towards Ozzy's, addiction and abuse, right? So we already had it in mind. So if we lose a couple of brothers because the DA wants to do that and that's his strategy, guess what? We got some in the pocket. We got our women. We got, our mothers, and our mothers with the big heart who understand and sympathize with a son, because they're going to see him as a son, see him as a child. Right? You know how your mamas do. Y'all will fight. Y'all will lift cars and throw cars across the street for your kids. So once that's tapped in, we can win this. Possibly. We could possibly win this.
Keyword possibly. Letitia.
I really don't have anything to add. Jax has her game plan, and it's on.
Yeah, I agree. We have to see I just got to see how it's gonna play out. I mean, we see what she made her move with the jury selection. Now she gotta continue to play her next. We gotta see what his move's gonna be so she can do her move. So hopefully Ozzy and on his side, his team, like I said, it's always something. Okay, it's always gonna be something. Throw them into something like. So we shall see how it plays.
Indeed. We shall see how this court is getting ready to play. I can't wait for the next episode, because I really feel like it's going to be dedicated more to the court and legalities of everything that comes in play with that. Moving right along. Now, speaking of Ozzy, this is very Ozzy focused, this part right here. Ozzy, Jax tells him that I think it'll be wise to tell your parents about what we're about to do. He says, well, can you come with me to the house? He's like, sure, I'll come, right? And they have a conversation. It's Ozzy, his parents. He comes out. He says that I was abused. And it's a lot of shock, right? Everybody is just completely shocked about this right here. And he mentions the word she, right? Says the keyword she. And the mother flips out. She says she. And we know it's about to be on and popping. But one of the things I did love that they did show how this is actually affecting Jax a lot as well. Jax is in that corner. It's emotional for her, because I really do think she sees her son in this situation right here. The parents like, listen, son, why did you tell us about this before? We could have helped you out. We potentially could have stopped this situation right here. So Oh man, Miss Kira, how do we feel about this right here?
I mean, it's a genuine reaction from a parent because that mama was like, "Who?" First, she was like, "Is it
Right.
the makeup lady?" No, ma'am, it's not the makeup lady. Calm down. But I'm
Mhm.
glad they were able to
Right.
gather themselves and support their son because I was like, "Please don't let this be," because I didn't know if the man was acting or not. So clearly, he was not acting, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen in real life, but just because what they was giving us on the show. So he
Mhm.
was being honest, he was being transparent, and I'm just glad that they were supportive, and she was able to gather her emotions to listen to what was going on with him and strategize.
Right. Yeah, Letitia, I do like, and I'm calling on you next, Letitia. But I was saying, I piggybacking off what Miss Kira was saying. I do like how they did kind of basically support him. It wasn't like too much, back talk. What do you think about that, Letitia? The support of the family. It seemed like the dad, he's gonna be on stand. I saw in the next preview, but it seemed like the dad was even on hand of saying, "Yo, why do you just come out and tell us about this?"
I'm very, I don't trust these people, but I'm very glad that they comforted him in this moment. I would like to believe that even if he had told them earlier that they would have believed him and they would have taken care of the situation, hopefully. And I guess besides everything else, it was just important that they gave him the comfort that he needed in this moment.
Mm,
Because
mm,
last week he didn't even believe he was SA'd. He thought it
mm.
was commonplace. He thought it was
Mhm.
okay. And so I can appreciate his parents here.
Mo.
Dang. I agree with everybody else. I'm glad they showed their love for him. They automatically, threw away the business side, and the parents showed up for him like they supposed to. And I just saw the wheels spinning in the mama head, like trying to
Mm,
figure out like who could have done this to my child, my baby, and she like thinking of all the faces that came through way
mm,
back when. So,
mhm.
but it's one face she see every day, so we shall see how
Yeah.
that gonna go.
Jay, we on board with the dad as well. Being shocked and awe. Like, what are your thoughts about the Ozzy revealing the situation
Um,
that what happened to him?
yes, my brother. I'm glad they wrote it like this because we was giving these parents hell, right? Because we were like,
Right.
they just down for a meal ticket. They don't really care about him, Yeah, they just kind of patching things up. Like, just call a doctor. He OD'd again, and they was
Right.
just kind of rolling with it. But now we're seeing the real, as you said, Mo. The parents showed up. So I love this moment. But one thing definitely, I don't know if you mentioned it already, ladies and Lewis, is that the performance number one was outstanding. You felt the emotion
Oh
through the
yeah.
screen.
Oh
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
number one. Number
Yeah.
two, it really affected Jax because
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Jax ever had that moment with both parents being there when she really needed them. And I
Mm,
think that's why she teared up a little bit and had to turn away
right.
because she was like, man, this is wonderful. It's touching, but man, I've never felt that. The same way, what was it, last season when they was going to therapy and how she said, I never knew what unconditional love was.
Right.
This is the unconditional love that she was speaking of with the therapist from the parent side that she never felt because she never had both parents in a life like this. You know what I'm saying? From Eddie to Mama, it was never like this at all. So
Mhm.
I thought it was an amazing performance.
Yeah. I mean, I thought he I thought he acted his tail off. With the scene. He was looking right in the camera. He said, I was sexually assaulted, and the mother, she did a great job. They killed this scene right here. One of the best scenes I've seen thus far with the season of Reasonable Doubt. And in our next slide, we get a chance to talk about girls' time, right? I was so happy to see the OG crew coming back together. I was so happy to see that. Now we know that the girls are back. We ordering steaks, we drinking shots. Autumn has some big breaking news. She is officially pregnant. The ladies go crazy. Everybody's on cloud nine. We're happy for her. And like Mo said, I was watching Mo's review last night. She said a lot of times we forget this character, Autumn. Sometimes we end up forgetting her. You know what I'm saying? And she's right, because I almost forgot her myself. Shout out to Mo. Make sure I check out her review from last night. Anyway, yeah, she is pregnant. We are happy for her. We're on cloud nine. Now, it's revealed that you know, as she's pregnant, she has to go to the bathroom. Cool, go to the bathroom. You know, women, they have to use the bathroom a lot. Now we got Sally. That's one of my favorite parts. We got Sally and Jax here. She said Sally reveals that, you know, I'm still smashing Chris. You know, angry wood. We're gonna keep it like that. Angry wood is some of the best wood I ever had. Basically, what she's saying, right? And Jax is like, oh snap! But how do you know he's not smashing somebody else? 'Cause ain't y'all kind of like separated? And then that's when old girl comes back and say, you know what? You always been on a high horse. You always been kind of jealous. Jax comes back at her and says, well, you know, you always kind of been a hoe since high school. Stop the presses, stop the presses, stop the fight. The ladies come back to the table like, yo, what were y'all discussing? Oh, just gonna be the godmother. Mo, I know you ready. I'm waiting on you, Mo.
Oh yes, it was. I enjoyed the back and forth between Sally Mae over there and that Bob and Jax. Yeah, I enjoyed the back and forth, but yeah, congratulations to Autumn. Like I said in my review, like we forget her name. I'm like, she's so forgettable last season, and then we forgot with her partner. Her partner was trying to get pregnant, so I'm glad they brought that back around, because we can't forget that. Because like I said, she's a forgettable character last season. But congratulations to Autumn. But yeah, I enjoy Sally, like, because Jack's looking at her like, girl, y'all going through a divorce and y'all still smashing. Right. But at the same time, Josh can't really judge because her and Louis' relationship is not perfect. So it's like not too much, Jax. I hear you, but not too much. But I don't know why Sally was so giddy of saying it. That she's still smashing her husband while they going through this divorce, which is wild. And I'm glad they still going through a divorce, because we know what Sally did. She was not my biggest fan last season, because we know what she did.
Oh. Jay.
Up the house.
Oh, my bad. Oh.
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, go ahead, Jay. Tell Jax come off that high horse, Jay. I'm waiting on you.
Jax is right. No, she's not right. She's not. I was just gonna go against the grain, I know. But man, you're right. You're right. Like, how you gonna be like, how you gonna do this? How you gonna do that? You in the middle of one of the biggest messes of the entire TV series, B. Like, how you gonna get on her? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they going through what they going through. Yeah, she getting that angry wood. I like that, Louis. Angry wood.
Louis.
I mean, Sally is wild. Yeah, we don't like her. Is she right about Jax? Yes. Do we know how Sally really is? I don't know. We don't know. I mean, we just going to afford Jax in. Was she the biggest HOE? I don't know, but it seems like she's that type, and she owns it. It seems like I do what I do, and you do what you do. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was funny, the cat fight. It was funny. Shout out to Autumn, and we're definitely happy for her and her partner, because they've been trying, and you know, it's been an emotional ride. So now somebody drink them drinks, and we're gonna get excited about this baby.
Right, Miss Kira.
I know DeMarcus been over here calling our girl Jax a hypocrite, and I'm gonna stand beside Jax in this one and say she just went through this mess with her husband, and luckily they are back on track. But it's a fair question. Like, y'all are getting a divorce, so just because you getting some don't mean he's not sleeping with somebody. I just thought it was a fair question.
But sometimes Jax said
right question,
it's not
wrong messenger. Yeah,
it's not what you say, it's how you said it. It's the way Jax said it, I guess, for Sally's point of view. Sometimes she can say it in a judgmental way.
Yeah, that's why I said Jax be on a high horse, yo.
That's why I said not too much, Jax. I hear you, but not too much.
But I'm saying, would you rather her say it however she said it, or just be like, okay, I'm gonna keep it cute, I'm not gonna say nothing, and then when done 2 episodes later, she'd be like, you know, my husband was sleeping with. Girl, I was gonna say something, but y'all like to say I be judgmental, and so I just kept it to myself. So you know,
Sometimes you gotta be like
just
that
being
with
devil's
Kara, because
advocate.
it's always that one person in your life that keep coming with you with the drama. You be like,
They always got to point out the obvious, right? And they always got to, well, yeah, he could be sleeping with somebody else. See, we.
All right, Jack. Now it's time. Just give her a high five and say, "Girl, get that wood," and just leave it at that.
That's supportive. That's a supportive friend.
That's a supportive friend right there.
I mean, that's the friend that I would have been, but I'm just saying, you know, it was a legitimate question. Like, go ahead,
I agree. I think it was legitimate. I think that she was just looking out. And yes, I believe that Jax can be judgmental, but they've been friends obviously since they were kids. And my question is, what is the real beef between her and Sally? Because it's certainly, that conversation was deeply rooted in something very negative. And so it got real nasty. And I agree. And she also knows Sally, just like Sally knows Jax. All she was saying was, girl, just cover yourself. You know what I'm saying? Protect yourself, because he could be sleeping with somebody else. That's all I think Jax was saying, trying to look out for her. I don't think, again, she can be judgmental, but I think she really was looking out for her friend. Plus, again, they didn't just meet her yesterday. They knew, Sally knew when she shared that information with Jax that Jax was going to say something like this. So what the hell are you talking about?
Giddy.
Like, this has been your friend since 1,000 years. So, oh well.
Letitia,
And because look how they played it.
Okay.
I'm just saying, look how they played it though. As soon as somebody asked, "What y'all talking about?" Oh, the game, and they fell right into line, because that's exactly the kind of shit that they do all the time. So,
Letitia, rolling with your point, Letitia, about something happened. I think because they've known each other so long, Sally probably slept with one of Jack's old boyfriends, and that's why she's like, "Yo, we been a hoe." I can believe it.
It better
I can believe it in high school. Yeah,
because she did call it. She called her a 304. So,
yep.
It is deeply rooted somewhere.
And they talked about that in the flashback before. I remember that little part, because I was like, why are they giving this to us? But okay,
it is deeply rooted. I hope we will see some more of this girls group. Man, I missed the OGs, y'all. I really missed them. Moving right along, Jax, stop being so. Jax, please stop judging people. Moving right along. Let's talk. Guess who's coming to dinner? Guess who's coming to dinner? Oh, Lord
have mercy.
Now, these two, Mama Lou and Eddie, been gossiping, been talking, and probably still smashing here and there. But let's talk about it, y'all. Now, word on the street, listen, we do not want Eddie to meet the kids quite yet, according to Jax and Lewis, right? That's what they told Mama Lou. Eddie popped up. Oh, well, yeah, you kind of told me you was watching the kids, so I just want to come over and see my grandkids. Oh my God, talk about boundaries. Like, he ain't trying to hear none of that right there. Spencer comes up like, oh, you grandpa? Oh, you the one who walked out on my mom. And Eddie explains, I'm trying to get my life back. I was a crackhead. Again, Mama Lou's like, yo, why are you here? We told you not to do this right here. Why are you here? And then he sees him over doing a little TikTok. Oh, can I join y'all? And then he pulls out some dollars, $20. Mo, why is he invading the privacy mode? Why?
I don't like his approach at all. And he heard what Jack said when they had I guess dinner and stuff like that. It's like he bogarted, he manipulating his way through their door with Mama Lou, dumbass. I'm sorry, Mama Lou, she gonna get it too, because I'm all, like I said in my review, I'm all about boundaries. I'm like, if I will cut you off, you won't hear from me. You would think I went into witness protection or something. You will not hear from me no longer. Okay. Like, I have the boundary for a reason. And you want to play a game and manipulate your way into seeing my kids without my knowledge, and you coming over there, you knowing I'm not there. So you already had a game plan in your head, how you going to approach these kids.
Right.
And then I'm going to tap on my kids a little bit. I know you hurt, but don't be sharing every boo-boo. You just met this man. Fuck. Ooh, piss me off.
Letitia?
Look, got me cursing.
I know. Letitia?
Listen, the way my blood pressure was rising on this scene, I was so angry. How dare you come by? This is the second time you came by unannounced. And then he even said, talking about some, oh, well, you said you was going to be watching the kids. That was not an open invitation for your ass. I don't know what you thought this was. I cannot, I would be livid behind this. Now, in all fairness, at the end, you know, the kids started acting better afterwards. And so I guess it proved to be okay, but it was not okay. You crossing boundaries, and then he walk up in there, he don't even know them, talking about some y'all don't speak, y'all can't speak, or something. Like, who is you?
Ooh.
We don't even know your name, sir. What is you even talking about? And the grandmother, these are the most trash grandparents ever. Period. They're both trash grandparents. I don't care what anybody says. You don't have the right to overthrow what a parent says because you're the grandparent, and an inactive grandparent at that. You know what I'm saying? It'd be totally different if you knew what you would. It would be different if your parents was the trash ones and your grandparents have to step in to do what's right because your parents didn't do right. No, your parents have a valid reason why they don't want you around like that. They wanted to be able to introduce you. He just can't trust her daddy yet. So she certainly doesn't want to trust her children along with this man. And we don't know why he's here either. Still, he just came out of nowhere after being absent for 8 years. We don't even know you. We don't know where you've been. We don't know what you got. We don't know what you don't got. We don't know somebody chasing you. We don't know if you're hiding. We don't know nothing about you. And here you are at my house again. No. I would have to cuss them out.
Miss Kira?
Raggedy ain't-ish Mama Lou. I'm so tired. Pauletta was looking good, but I'm so tired of Mama Lou. And then you let that raggedy daddy boundary crossing behind over there. And what do you want with my kids? Don't try to get no kidneys or livers from my kids either, because I don't know why you're here. I don't trust you. And why your kids talk so much. Because my kids would have been like, not telling all the family business to this man. And I thought Spencer was going to stand on business like, oh, you don't want to left my mama?
Right.
But no,
yeah.
it's $20 in a TikTok.
$20.
And now we spilling all the business. And he wasn't even the one that was mad. Naima was the one that was mad. Maybe Naima is the one that told it all though, because that Naima. But come on now, my kids know a little bit better than that. But them parents are, like Letitia said, them parents are awful. No boundaries, no nothing. And I don't know what that daddy is there for. And you back in my house, and that's why that mom needed to keep her mouth closed, because you didn't even need to know I was over here watching these kids. And then when Jax came in, it was like she ain't even say nothing. Like she was about to say something, and she was like, "Girl, I'm gonna head out."
Well, apparently, when you do TikToks and you get money, it can change a few hearts. Jay?
Mama Lou is not Big Mama. If Medea was Mama Lou, this would not happen. Okay, get your ass out of here. No, you can't be here. You grandma's supposed to protect their grandbabies. Now, because she lonely and her boyfriend went away, and she been having conversations with Eddie. Eddie has been manipulating her mind, right? Yeah, I want to get back in. I want to get back in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm clean now, baby. I'm clean now. This guy's a pimp. Okay, and he pimping his whole daggone family. I said it in the chat. I'm saying it live. And you don't do that. Letitia, you said it. You don't force your way. Like, freaking go talk to the parents. Make your way in there when they allow you to. But you a pimp, huh? You just pimping everybody, paying the kids. $20 goes a long way these days, huh?
Yep.
And they ain't teach the kids not to freaking fall for this, okay? Obviously, these are suburban kids. They don't know about the street. They ain't street. They should have known better. But like this guy right here, I don't know him. Yeah, he my grandpa. Come on, man.
They
don't know no better. They don't know no better. They're like, oh, all right.
They're definitely suburban kids without a doubt.
Yeah.
They go to a school where it's probably like maybe 5 black people. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
man. So
It's
My
wild.
kids is suburban kids too, but they know better because their mamas
right, because you
I
taught
had
them.
to teach him.
Because you
Like,
taught them. Because you taught them. You taught them. You know what I'm saying? Jax, they busy worrying about who having sex with what and they sleeping
Yeah.
I
around the
even
house
told
while
him
the
my
kids are
business.
around. When can I get it in? Give me the rose, Jackie. Don't talk Lewis, just come over here. You know what I'm saying? They about themselves. They ain't teaching these kids nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they easily got pimped by Eddie Kane,
Eddie,
and it's
not
all Jax's fault.
Eddie.
Jax is a lawyer. You're supposed to be teaching them kids to keep their mouths shut. Family,
Right.
friends, everybody.
They
Plead
know
the
how to
fifth.
ask questions.
Do not tell my business or your
Right.
business for that matter.
Right. Right.
Period.
Mm-mm-mm.
Eddie Kane, moving in the right to song. Now, as we all know, you know, I kind of felt like these kids, we're not done with these grandparents yet, but I kind of felt like these kids, you know, they was able to get some get back. You know what I'm saying? Because it was revealed that, oh yeah, we met Grandpa. He's a pretty cool guy. Lewis is like, excuse me? They go to the other room. Y'all stay right there. Y'all finish dinner. Let's talk. Jackson's like, well, I mean, Eddie did overstep, but I kind of getting ready to let my walls down. Maybe this was the introduction that we didn't want him to have this type of introduction, but maybe we shouldn't hide these secrets anymore. Maybe we should just come clean about everything. And originally Lewis was like, yo, whenever you're ready, Jax, that's when they'll do it. So, Jay, by Eddie forcing them, you know, to tell the truth about him and, you know, all of them meeting, was this truly the right idea, the right pathway for them to meet their granddad?
Absolutely not. And man, yeah, they were rubbing it in. Yeah, we met Grandpa. Yeah, he
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. I mean, you ain't cool with him, but we cool with him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, what's your problem? He kind of a cool guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because they mad at her, they just like smacking her with the whole, yeah, I know I'm cool with Eddie. You ain't cool. And that's Grandpa. He gave us money and he danced. He know how to dance too. He told
Right.
Grandma how to dance. but going back, you saw me, I'm putting up the L's, man. Another L for your boy. He just can't catch a break. He's trying to be supportive of Jax the best way he can. Yeah, you know, we supposed to be like, nah, no Eddie. But she's like, nah, well, you know, if it's cool, they talking to us again. The kids, you know, we need the kids to talk to us. They don't need to be mad at me.
Right.
They need to be mad at you.
Right.
But if Grandpa gonna smooth that out for us, then let it happen, B.
Mm.
And he's just like, you can see him just deflating, like, you know. But then he made his other move, which we'll talk about.
Right. Yeah. Mo.
Yeah, it just took a $20 bribe and to talk to Grandpa for them to understand. But I guess they was willing to hear from a stranger than their own parents, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. But still, like, still a slap in the face, especially because, like you said, Grandpa Eddie came over without that knowledge, and Mama Lou didn't say a dang on word. And yeah, he trying to support her. I mean, he gave her the floor, like, we gonna wait to see if Eddie is on the up and up, and then it'd be your call. So her call is like, whatever make my life easy, make the kids forgive us, make it easier for us to live in this house, coexist in this house together.
Mm-hmm.
So she going that route. So hey, I mean, that's Jack's father. So
Miss Kira, that is her daddy, indeed. Miss Kira, thoughts, please.
and we know Lou gonna fold.
Them kids was definitely on some get back, baby. They was having them a good little kiki of a moment. I said, oh well. Jax was just really honestly happy that they were speaking and they weren't on the kids list. But I feel like she's also using this as an opportunity to let that daddy in, and I ain't really too happy about that. I feel like she want to let him in, and she's like, "Well, he already here. Like if we pull it back now, and we stop him from talking to the kids, and they're gonna be mad again. So, oh well." I was like, now you can't really pull it back, but by the same token, you don't have to look that excited to talk to your raggedy daddy. Just saying.
I agree. Letitia.
Jax was like, it's not right, but it's okay. Because she did not care at this point. But I was tickled by the kids because I was like, they acted like they got a whooping or something. Because I was like, they were on their best behavior. You know, it was funny to me. It was interesting. They was helpful,
Right.
helping to cook, put the stuff away,
That's why Jax
asking if
kinda
they
turned
could
the other-
help with something else. I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe Grandpa Eddie straightened them out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't like it still. It wasn't cool.
No. The parents knew something was odd. You know, they're, oh yeah, we'll help prepare dinner. Oh yeah, we'll wash dishes. They looking around each other like, okay, something's strange. But you know how these parents are. Moving. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, moving right along. Hopefully we are done with Grandpa, but not just quite yet. Yo, Beyonce, Jay-Z, are we crazy in love? Now, I got a feeling, my spider sense is telling me that Daniel was trying to play the game, but I don't know how it's going to work out. So we know we have Daniel and his sister here. They're watching TikToks, they're watching videos. She's asking about Byron. You know what I mean? Like, did you find any more intel about Byron, right? And not to mention, she also states that Ozzy, keywords, he used to write in a journal. That journal is going to be big later on, right? And of course, Ozzy come downstairs like, but y'all over here smooching. I don't need no babysitter dog. You can get the step and Playboy. So, Miss Kira, what side is Daniel actually going to be on? Is he really still trying to play this game, or do you think he's going to fall victim of being in love?
I think Daniel's on the right side of the fence, and I think Daniel thinks he's playing the game, but I think that girl is running game on him, and Daniel does not have the capacity to handle what that girl is about to put on him. What, I don't know, but I hope it doesn't mess up the case. But Daniel, you ain't got it, homeboy. And you have to take every single notebook, Daniel. Jesus, take one. Come back, take some pictures. The whole thing. Anyway, he don't. He's on Jax's side, but he's not prepared. He's ill prepared.
Jay, what about you? What about him, Jay? What about him?
If it is in love, because it's not
Okay.
love at all.
Right.
And I said this before, you know, and I asked y'all, you know, do you think she really likes him? You know, because Daniel's in love. No, I'm with you, Miss Kara. I said it before. She running game. She's trying to get close to him as possible so she can get all the intel, so she can know how to maneuver, because she's the one that took out Wendy or was associated with it, and she knows everything. It's the innocent ones. That's the meek and it's those are the ones you got to watch out for. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and I think, okay, so this display of your boy Ozzy coming and being like overprotective big brother.
Yeah.
You know, this ain't the first time.
Oh no.
And this goes back to my point. Remember what I said earlier? She wants to live her own life and be, you know, have a boyfriend, do this, do that. She can't live a normal life when your big brother is a superstar and you're living in his shadow and you got to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, yo, she's trying to just mess him up so she can just be free. So yeah, Daniel, Mr. Hey citizen, bro, you're getting played, bro.
Oh man, Letitia,
Big brother said she get bored easily too, though. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Always looking for a new prey.
Scorpio.
He does not have his spidey senses up, and he's headed for the heartbreak hotel. He said the heartbreak. Okay, because he's not ready at all, and she is in disguise. So, and I think she uses this as a disguise because she's unassuming.
Right.
People don't think much of her. They just think, oh, she's just a little nerdy girl. When in all fairness, she's probably the mastermind behind a lot of things. And to be honest with you, when we find out, I was scared that her name was going to be in the hat for who essayed Ozzy. I was like, oh, jeez, please, Lord, please. And so, yeah.
Is she big sister or little sister?
All right, that's what come flashing my purse. Like what?
I think she.
Well, I mean, I know, but I don't I don't recall at the beginning that we knew that person was older until later, right? So at first I was just thinking like, who else could it be? I knew it was a she, and I was like, Lord, please don't let it be her. Like, but yeah, you know, that was just my TV mind thinking. Like, oh Lord, please, these twists and turns.
Yeah.
Please don't let it be that though.
I agree
Mo?
with everybody up here. I agree with everybody. Like, Daniel, please. When Kara said game, I'm like, did he even know he in the game? Like, only do he had a piece on the board because it seemed like Daniel was really spending with this girl and she just playing into it, cozying up. So I hope he don't, you know, say too much for as the case goes and Jax is concerned. Because loose lips sink ships.
Right. Yeah, we know that, you know, he's writing in this journal. This journal is going to mention a couple of names and give us a couple of details as we move on about, you know, what's going to be the fate when it comes to Ozzy. Of course, we know that he ended up calling old girl, the sister, like, yo, I left my one of my books at your house, and she gives him the key. Well, he gets the key. He goes in, discovers the journal, and then that's when we find out in our next slide about. Oh, my bad. I'm thinking about the ending. My bad. Oh, let me. Yeah, we keep going. We'll get to Eddie. I think I may have jumped the gun a little bit. All right, let's oh, there we go. Never mind. We'll talk about this area. We'll talk about. Okay, we'll stick to Eddie. So we'll stick to Eddie, and then we'll go back to the abuser at the end. So now this right here, this was a big blaze of glory that was all over. So I see you, JBL. This was a big blaze of glory that was all over social media. They went crazy on my TikTok. Make sure y'all check out my TikTok at the Lawrence Report. I did a video about this picture right here. Oh my God. Everybody went crazy. Let me set the scene up right quick, y'all. One of my favorites, right? Eddie versus Lewis. Now, nobody told Lewis to go down there. I guess Lewis decided to grow up hair. He went down to an old juke joint where Eddie was hanging out with his crew, with the band. Like, yo, Eddie, let me talk to you right quick. They started having a conversation. Eddie's like, you know, I did have a little bit of ounce of respect for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Eddie goes all the way in. He says, listen, your name is not even on the house. You can't even file the taxes in your name. Lewis is like, listen, you've been pillow talking in my house. Again, it's not your house, brother. It's Jax's house. As a matter of fact, scramble. Go ahead and go prepare dinner. And when he said that right there, I felt like what he was saying, Lewis, you are a housewife. And the only reason I'm saying that, because a lot of times, who prepares dinner first? Lewis. Sometimes they tag team on dinner, but it's typically Lewis preparing the dinner. Why did Eddie read this man for filth this hard? Jay, I got to go to you first, brother. Why?
Bro.
Hey, why?
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. The reason why your boy got the vibrato, got the bolas, got the gonads to go down there is because he put light-skinned, dude from Jersey, the cold dude, into his place. So He was like, yeah, I'm the big man now. He gonna do his job. He ain't gonna try to play me and get me fired. Let me go talk to Eddie. Dum. Bro, okay, look. In all fairness, Lewis had no idea that Eddie had all this ammunition by paying the kids $20, finding out. How did he know that Lewis's name is not on the deed? How does he know all this stuff, yo? Because the kids put him on everything.
And Mama Lou, tag team.
And all of that, bro. But see, again, they did it innocently, not knowing that this was ammunition for Eddie, man. Right. Oh my God, it was just blow after blow after bam. I was like, bro, that food ain't gonna cook itself. Oh my God, who's writing this?
Go play your little video games.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Mo. Go play your little video games, boy. Get out my face. He's like, if you wasn't Jack's father, yeah, but I am Jack's father. You ain't going through shit. I was like, damn. That's what you get for messing with the OGs. Don't F with the OGs, youngin'. Okay? This is I salute Eddie on this one, man. You know what I'm saying? I do. You know what I'm saying? He had to defend himself, but at the same time, bro, he had to put youngin' in his place, man. Lewis turned into a little boy at that point. It's just turn around, put your head between your legs, and just get up out of there, bro. There's nothing you can do, bro. Do you know whose father that is? You already know your wife knows how to articulate very well and put people in her place. That's her father. Okay. Yeah, she didn't really grow up around him yet. So people's like, well, how did she learn how to do it? It's in the blood. It's in the blood. Okay. So another L for your boy, man.
Mo, can Lewis recover from this? What are your thoughts about the scene, Mo? Talk to me.
Heck no. I'm like, he gonna cry in the car. But Eddie, Lou's better than me because I've been calling it Eddie or Rolling Stone, all types of crackhead. You're like, okay, I'll be going like, yo, where you was at?
Chicago cursing people out. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, we going there. We playing that game. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I would have to go toe to toe. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, Lou's gonna cry in the car. And everybody need to be tapped. Mama Lou and them kids, they need to be tapped because like I don't even know you like that, and you spilling my tea, you spilling my business with my wife. Have you haven't been in her life? Like come on, like yeah. After I get him the tongue lash, after we go back and forth, we cutting each other down low. So yeah, after that, I'm gonna have to go home and tap on some people's shoulders. So it's like, yeah, I can't. It was funny, but it's not funny. You talking about at least I was man enough to do my dirt on the road. I'm like, both of you. I said in my review, like that don't make you any better. It just make you do it on the road. I mean, why are you and Mama Lou not together now? Like, I was like, what? I didn't understand that logic, but okay.
You said get kidnapped and have my daughter bent over. Oh my God. He knows too much. He knows.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm tapping on shoulders. Like everybody getting cut off.
That's that late night tea. You out here getting a PTA mom knocked up, Miss Kira. What we got going on right here?
FAFO. Okay, big time. Because yes, you said you got your wife bent over and then kidnapped by a felon, and I was like, sir, for filth. But at the same time, when he was catching all them body shots, I was like, sir, right message, wrong messenger. Okay,
that part.
Lewis, your ass should have came prepared. Okay, whether you gotta call him or whatever you gotta call him. Since you can't put no hands on him, since you can't put no paws on him, you should have had them ready at the disposal. You thought you were gonna roll up on that man, and that man was just gonna be like, okay, I'm just going to leave everybody alone. No, that man is there for a reason, and you're not stopping him from whatever it is. So he just, poof, shoot you away off to your
Shout out to Philly real quick. He's supposed to be from Philly. No, you're not. You're not from Philly.
Ooh.
Philly Bulls?
Lewis. Yeah. Remember, he's like, go Eagles, fly Eagles. Remember he said that to the young boy?
He did say
you ain't from Philly. Maybe you taking blows like that, son. You ain't representing Philly, bro.
Maybe he's from the burbs outside of Philly, you know.
Philly. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It just reminded me of Martin episode when he was going against Thomas the Hitman Hearns, and that's how I think Lewis was Martin in that situation.
just a verbal whipping.
Right. This gonna hurt. Yeah, it hurt.
Awful.
You know, Letitia, I just wish I could have been on the set the day that they filmed this right here, because this was so good. Letitia, what are your thoughts about this fight? Go ahead, take your time, sister.
Go ahead and say it's Lewis's fault.
You shouldn't have. If you didn't have, you went down there to crack faces, but you got your face cracked.
That part.
You shouldn't have went down there ill prepared. If you gonna embarrass somebody, embarrass their ass, because ain't no way you got dogged out like that. The disrespect. Now, Lewis didn't have no business taking his tail down there, but I was looking at Eddie like, the nerve of this. You got some damn nerve. Bringing up any of that. Like you're supposed to be better than Lewis. Sir, again, you have disappeared for 8 years. We don't know you. We don't know where you came from. And even when she was a kid, you wasn't there like you were supposed to be. You let your addiction rule your whole life. You didn't take care of your family. We in this mess. Lewis wouldn't have had to come down here and try to dog you, which he didn't do, unfortunately, but he wouldn't even had to come down here if you had done right. He really was, I think his intent, Lewis's intent was to stick up for his wife, is to, what I'm saying, to not to have him stop hurting his wife. The nerve of him saying any of those things. And I'm with you, Monique. Everybody at home. Everybody. I'm tapping all you, because why is you talking to him? No, you telling too much of my business. How dare you think you can use that as ammunition towards a family that you didn't help take care of?
That part.
I'm about to cuss again. Whew, absolutely not.
Letitia, was that a low-key defense of Lewis?
Yes, it is a defense of Lewis, because when you right, you right. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm disappointed in him for what he did with Tony doesn't mean that he doesn't have the right to stick up for his family. And finally, like I said, this whole episode, he just was, like you said, taking L's and everything. The times he should have been silent, he being all rah-rah, and the other times when he should have spoke up, he was, mute. And I just want Lewis to get it together. But let me tell you something. Eddie would never be welcome in my home after that, period.
That part.
Not never. You can go meet the kids at the park.
Okay.
Like a dog.
Mama Lou.
The dog.
Mama Lou is not, Mama Lou is not invited either. You don't see them in public places. If you want to see your grandkids, they got a cell phone. You can meet them at a public place. Y'all go get coffee or a smoothie or something. No, it just pissed me off.
Absolutely,
and I'll be roasting his tail. He be calling him all types of kind of crackheads and calling him ghost dad because you was never there. Like, boy.
Period. How dare you?
Roasting him, yo. I'm like, yo.
Ain't been here. Got the nerve.
That's the Chicago in me. Like, yo, you want to go there? Like, we can go.
I think that's Midwest, period. Because I'm looking too, like, say something else. What? And again, I wouldn't have went ill prepared though.
Okay.
Because talk about the dozens, that's what we would have been playing out there in the alley.
That's right. That's right.
It's just crazy how Eddie just had so much ammunition, so much tea that was spilled from Mama Lou. And I kind of feel like Lewis kind of walked in blind. But like you said, Jay, he was basically all huff and puff, kind of like what you mentioned earlier. But boy,
he got his wins.
He got that win knocked out, didn't he? Wow. And let me pull up my Spotify Drake playlist as we move on. And I play Look What You've Done by Drake. This is our final scene. When they play that song right there, there's like, it's 06. I'm like, oh shoot, that's that Drake coming on. And then our final scene, we get Ozzy and his abuser. Look What You've Done. Man, turns out the abuser was Monica. I believe Monica was agent, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was her title. Ozzy says
more than agent.
Oh, we are more than that. Ozzy was like, listen, I've been trying to resist her since I was 13. Ozzy's like, listen, I miss Wendy. Monica's like, I ain't trying to hear it. I'm here now, baby. She supplies him with, some drugs. And oh my God, she comes around. She takes her clothes off, very seductive. And you could see, I think he wanted to show us how, how Ozzy mentioned before that, I kind of liked it. So I think he kind of, wanted to add that fantasy aspect of like, yo, this is what Ozzy was looking at. This is why he liked so much since he was 13. This is why he could not necessarily resist it. Monica says, Ozzy, come to bed. Oh my God. I got to start with you, Letitia. What are your thoughts about the abuser being revealed. It's Monica. It's in-house Letitia. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'd like to say I was surprised, but I'm kind of not. Now we know the answer to the question that I had a couple of weeks ago. This is precisely why he doesn't have a PR person. Because she can't have too many people in the mix. And because she needs to be able to control him. And in doing so, dealing with him since he was 13 years old, that's exactly what she's doing. And not to mention, I think she was probably waving that stuff for him as well and getting him addicted. And this is just, I mean, put her under the jail, child. I cannot. This is crazy.
Mo, I knew you rated far off on this one.
Oh yeah. I was like, I'm not really shocked either, because it's like, I think in my video I had like a little theory, like I wouldn't be surprised she did do that to Wendy, or Wendy. Something happened between all three of them. For as Wendy probably saw something inappropriate happen between those, caught them in the act of something, or caught them doing something inappropriate, and she kind of like questioned them and stuff like that. And that's why at the beginning of this season, you see her there trying to get Ozzy to do this NDA to Wendy. So it's like you pushing it. So it's like you really wanted to get rid of her in some kind of way, shape, or form anyway, and stuff, so you can manipulate Ozzy. Because mind you, they said Wendy is why he got sober, why he stayed sober. So you want to get rid of that person, make him sober, make him think clearly, make him walk away from this big money, this big movie thing he's about to do, because he's about to walk away from that. So, and she can manipulate and get rid of the ex out Wendy, and manipulate him, and like she always been doing since he was 13, and got the pills and get him back high so she can take advantage. So that's what I said in my video. So I can see her doing it.
Whoa, Miss Kira, this is a lot, right?
It is a lot. I'm not surprised it's Monica. Why do you do a girl like this? She said we got P Valley at home. Why Mercedes? No.
Not the Mercedes.
No. All jokes aside, like this is such a horrible thing. Why they pick her to be the? I was a little upset about that, but
it's something different for her. But
it is. This is so gross. You know what I'm saying? We talk about a 13-year-old, and it's like, my brain is struggling.
Right,
put her under the jail, please and thank you, ASAPidly.
Oof,
ASAPidly.
That's a good one. I gotta get it myself. Jay, man, woo, a lot, bro, a lot.
Yes, definitely a lot. Remember I said it it has to be somebody that we've seen but not seen as much. And we didn't see her as much. Shout out to Brandy.
Yeah, Brandy.
Miss Mercedes.
Yeah,
she's dope. Period.
Now she getting hate.
I could say that I can now truly understand. Just speaking from the male perspective, I can understand why you would consent with this beautiful, lovely, incredible, super fit woman. But again, totally disgusting, because he was
Children
13,
cannot consent.
right?
Right. That's what I said. Children cannot consent.
Well, again, from his perspective, let me speak from his perspective as a young man to say, hey, I consented. Okay, from his perspective. So this is disgusting. It's a shame. She is behind Wendy. Wendy was probably going to expose her. And that's why she is probably one of the people that's involved with Wendy being unalive, being that she is the agent and has always been the agent for a long time. She knows where the straps are. She knows where the cabin is. She knows all of this. So she is the mastermind behind the unalivement of Wendy. Other people may be involved. We'll see who that is. What is Mama Ozzy going to do? Maybe she already knows. As you mentioned, one of you mentioned that she probably has an idea. Probably, what are you doing? Oh, nothing. I was just helping him with his collar. She was, you know what I'm saying? So, she was doing some stuff she shouldn't have been doing. Back to your point, Lewis. Yeah, she got him clean. Therefore, Ozzy's now away from Monica. Monica can't manipulate anymore. So Wendy said, get rid of all of them. We don't want to do this role. We need new management. We need new agents. If I'm the agent and I'm manipulating you, I'm going to get rid of the problem. Who's the problem? Wendy. Not you, because you're the star. You're the moneymaker. You're the cash cow. So I'm going to get rid of your girlfriend. Okay. So yeah, it was bad, but great job, Brandy, on playing this terrible role.
Wow. Brandy, you wow. What a ending. Wow. Sweet. That concludes Reasonable Doubt, y'all. Episode 4, a banger episode. Lewis got punked the entire episode. That and we had a great battle of sexes up here. But the ladies and men, always fun, always love with the panel. We had Tristan come up here, aka Tony. She came through.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Lawrence. Great job.
Appreciate y'all.
Yes. Thank you, Lawrence.
Thank you, Lawrence. Again.
Yeah, I reached out to her. I was like, yo,
Thank you.
And we're gonna get somebody on the panel. She said she want to come through. Tristan, if you're still watching, again, we appreciate you so much for coming through. You are one of our favorite characters, aka Tony. So again, Tristan, we're grateful that you decided to come on the panel tonight. And to wrap this up right here, we're gonna go around the room. Everybody's gonna tell me what they got going on with the channel. Starting off with Miss Kira, Mo, Letitia, and Jay. Kira.
Lordy, Miss Claudie. I did a weekly huddle yesterday, so go ahead and check that out. Talked a little bit about that whack ass sentencing, and the girls is fighting, and a couple of other things. And I'll probably join these lovely people for Beauty in Black tomorrow. And then other than that, keep your notifications on because school is back in session.
Okay, school is back in session. For me, I did my individual recap of this episode. I dropped that, what was that, yesterday evening? And tomorrow we got the 7 and 8 Beauty in Black panel discussion, hopefully with the guests. And what else? Sometime this week I got to go live. I got to talk about Beyond the Gates because this is crazy. This stuff is getting crazy and wild. I'm like, okay, it's been a minute for me talking about this, so now it's time for me to tap back in. I might do a live, last minute live. You never know, and I might just do a live, just chit chat about shows that I'm watching that I'm not actually, reviewing, because I am watching other stuff that I'm not doing a recap on. So just make you subscribe. Oh, Sister's back this week. What is it back this week? Yeah, I think it's back this week. Yeah, it's back this week, Wednesday. We had a little short break, but we back in class is back in session. So so we go live after the episode airs on Wednesday. Me, Tamika, and Candy Love. So yeah, if you into sisters, Tyler Perry sisters, yeah, come on, stop on by to the after show. Yes.
Okay. Yes, do join us for episode 7 and 8 of Beauty in Black tomorrow evening at 8. I also will be dropping my personal video for 7 and 8 to finish up as well. After this live, I'll be dropping one of my shorts. So make sure if you are a fan of Beyond the Gates, make sure you tap in with my shorts because they are back this week. I have a video that's going to be dropping right after this. And then also, if you're a family business fan, it is back October the 23rd. Yes. And I'll be doing individual ones for that, as well as joining EJ, the TV Junkie, and crew, who will be doing lives for the Family Business season 6. And it looks like it's going to be a doozy. So make sure you check out. Oh, we just did the live. I forgot about that. We did an impromptu live for the trailer. It was me, EJ the TV Junkie, and Tamika's Den. And we talked about everything under the sun and had a big old battle of the Team Chippies versus the Team Donnas over there. So make sure you check it out. And don't forget to keep your notifications on. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And thanks again, Lawrence. Thanks, Tristan. You had a great time tonight.
I got one more thing to add. It's a team of Thursday, episodes 8 and 9. Kind of forgot about it with the panel.
Okay. Jay?
Again, great job, Lewis and Letitia.
Our rents, LAWRENC.
You keep calling him. I wonder when you was gonna pick it
Yeah,
up. I'm like, I even said it like you keep calling this man Lewis.
I got
said it like
you know now. LAWRENC, Lawrence. Go ahead, Jay.
Lewis, thank you, appreciate it, man.
I knew
And
you were gonna do that again.
Letitia,
Okay,
great job on that. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you guys for doing a great tag team on that, Lawrence. And so tomorrow I'll be hosting 7 and 8. Reasonable Doubt, come through. It's gonna be amazing. Hopefully we have our special guest.
Beauty and Black.
What was it? Beauty and Black?
Beauty and Black. Beauty and
What
Black.
I say?
The
Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt. Yeah. Beauty and Black. Long day. Beauty and Black tomorrow. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Check out my shorts, man. We got some AI stuff coming. We got some next level stuff coming. So check that out. It's been going crazy right now. And what else we got? Yeah, we got Family Business. I did a trailer breakdown of Family Business. So the first reaction to Family Business, the trailer is going to be crazy. So check that out. We definitely going to be doing some character breakdowns on that as well. We're going to be getting ready for the Power Book 4 Force. So get ready for that. What else we doing? There's a lot going on. But thank you, Tristan Cunningham, again for coming through. We appreciate you. Had a lot of fun with you. She's definitely down to earth, so we appreciate you for just being real and your baby girl. Thank you for displaying your baby girl. That was very special and sweet. And I thank you guys for having me on the panel and rocking with your boy. All right.
Yeah. Cool. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Lewis.
I just want to tell everybody thank you so much for hanging out with us. I know it's a little bit longer than usual, but hey, y'all stuck right in there with us. So we want to tell everybody thank you. Make sure y'all subscribe to everybody's channel. Make sure y'all check out my review of the last episode of Reasonable Doubt. And don't be surprised if y'all keyword may, see some more faces from Reasonable Doubt. Keyword may. So again, make sure y'all subscribe to everybody's channel. We're so grateful that y'all decided to hang out, rock with us tonight. We'll catch y'all on the next one. We out.